Chapter 460. Lin Xian ran quite a distance before stopping. Did a law-boundary demonic beast enter this trial area? Lin Xian slowed down as he muttered to himself. In Lin Xian's opinion, it should be so. Moreover, it should be a scene of human cultivators fighting, so Lin Xian thought that the experts of the three major forces might have been attacked here. He did not know that the person who came to assassinate him had actually died. Should I contact the people of the three major forces? Lin Xian thought for a while and decided to send a message to Qin Feng to tell him about what had just happened. However, Lin Xian's tone was uncertain. He wasn't asking for reinforcements. Qin Feng quickly replied to Lin Xian. He had just contacted everyone and had not lost contact with anyone. Everything was normal. This made Lin Xian very uncomfortable. Could it be two law-boundary demonic beasts fighting? That's not right. I clearly heard a human scream. Lin Xian was a little confused. Whoosh! Right at this moment, Lin Xian's brows suddenly knit together because he'd sensed something unusual not too far away. A strange movement very quickly. A demonic beast? Lin Xian held thousand evils in his hand and released his divine sense. No, there was more than one of them. Lin Xian released his eye of cave spirit, and then he was stunned. What the hell? He had been surrounded. This was a group of demonic beasts. As for how strong they were, Lin Xian was not sure. However, he had an extra eye of cave spirit compared to other cultivators. Zzz. Lightning gathered in Lin Xian's hand. He was now surrounded, and his eye of cave spirit could sense it. However, Lin Xian did not panic too much because he had the spatial attribute. The reason why he did not leave was that there were many demonic beasts around, and it would take him a long time to go out and search. As long as there was no law-boundary demonic beast, it was fine. Even if there was, Lin Xian could still escape with his spatial attribute. Moreover, he still had carefree, this kind of abnormal movement speed increasing movement skill. Why should he just run away? For the time being, he did not know what these demonic beasts were, but since they were moving in groups, they must have lived in groups and were well trained. Even if Lin Xian was alone, they were preparing to attack in a pincer attack. Such a group of demonic beasts was destined to be very strong. However, they encountered Lin Xian. Even though Lin Xian was in the dark, even though they were still tens of meters away from Lin Xian had already caught them all. Heavenly Thunder Flash. Whoosh whoosh whoosh. Lin Xian put away thousand evils and condensed Heavenly Thunder Flash in his hands. Like a human-shaped artillery battery, he threw it in every direction that his eye of cave spirit could detect. Boom boom boom. The rumbling of thunder was accompanied by the sudden appearance of purple light in the dark night. Occasionally, the anguished howls of demonic beasts could be heard. As Lin Xian took the initiative to attack, the demonic beasts no longer concealed themselves. They charged towards Lin Xian from all directions, accompanied by a sudden flash of white light. Lin Xian saw the figures of the demonic beasts rushing towards him. Silver Moon Heavenly Wolf? Not many martial artists knew about Silver Moon Heavenly Wolves, but Lin Xian had seen them in the ancient book of Love Shao Runing. Following that, Lin Xian raised his head and looked at the sky. Full moon night. Fortunately, most of the Silver Moon Heavenly Wolves were in the mystic heaven realm. Even if their strength was doubled on a full moon night, their speed and strength were only around the mystic heaven realm 5 stars. They were about the same as Lin Xian's strength. Therefore, Lin Xian was not afraid. He did not feel an irresistible force. Although there were many Silver Moon Heavenly Wolves in the mystic heaven realm, Lin Xian was not afraid of numbers. Seeing the pack of Silver Moon Heavenly Wolves rushing towards him, Lin Xian's lips curled up slightly. Why was Lin Xian not panicking? The reason was simple. He was waiting for the pack of Silver Moon Heavenly Wolves to rush in. When the pack of Silver Moon Heavenly Wolves rushed into a certain area, they did not do anything special at first. However, when they approached Lin Xian, some of the weaker Silver Moon Heavenly Wolves directly fell to the ground. Coupled with their extremely fast speed, their bodies were thrown more than 10 meters away. Lin Xian's lips curled up into a cold smile. Did they think he was a pushover? Did they think this poison was a pushover? When they rushed into the poison domain that Lin Xian had secretly created, their game was over. It was mainly because Lin Xian's luck was good. This pack of Silver Moon Heavenly Wolves did not even have a Thunder Tribulation Realm cultivator. There was a group of Thunder Tribulation Realm cultivators and 2 Law Realm Silver Moon Heavenly Wolves eating the Evil Fiend Hall cultivators. How should he put it? The bodies of these cultivators were the favorite of these demonic beasts. After all, when their cultivation realm was high, their bodies would be strengthened. Simply put, a body of this level was similar to a spiritual item of heaven and earth, similar to a spiritual herb. In any case, it was a great tonic. Naturally, it was the food in the stomachs of the higher-level Silver Moon Heavenly Wolves. These weaker ones would eat the weaker ones. This was very normal. Even if they were of the same race, there would still be a hierarchy. There were about 30 Silver Moon Heavenly Wolves on Lin Xian's side. About 10 of them directly entered the poison domain and lost their ability to move. They were not far from death. About 10 of them were hindered and slowed down, but they still had the ability to move. There were about 10 more. It did not seem to have much effect, but Lin Xian knew that it was only because their levels were higher that the effect of his poison would not appear so quickly. However, they were definitely poisoned. It was only a matter of time. After all, this place was not too far away from the Law Realm power just now. Therefore, Lin Xian even felt that this group of Silver Moon Heavenly Wolves was the culprit behind the release of the Law Realm power just now. There must be a very, very strong Silver Moon Heavenly Wolf King. This was inevitable. There must be a strongest leader among them, but Lin Xian had not seen it yet, so Lin Xian knew that it had not appeared yet. Therefore, he had to take advantage of this little bit of time to get rid of these Silver Moon Heavenly Wolves. After getting rid of this group, Lin Xian would basically be in the top 10. Moreover, he could help Wang Xintong. After all, there were dozens of mysterious Heaven Realm cultivators. Carefree World. This was really the first time Lin Xian had released Carefree World in a true sense. After releasing Carefree World, he felt that his body was no longer his own. He felt even more elated than when he had been squeezed dry by Ling Ying for an entire night. Then, he moved. Whoosh! His figure directly dodged the surprise attacks of a few Silver Moon Heavenly Wolves. With just a slight movement, Lin Xian instantly appeared in a position to the side as if he had teleported. This, after releasing all his strength, wasn't a 10-fold increase in movement speed a little too exaggerated? Lin Xian had completely fallen in love with this martial art technique. Of course, it consumed too much spiritual power, so he only increased it by 3 to 4 times. Then, his figure madly ran in the poisonous domain that he had released. The group of Silver Moon Heavenly Wolves stubbornly chased after him and released all kinds of martial arts techniques. The surrounding books and stones were directly shattered by the sudden appearance of the silver light. It felt like thunder. If they hit Lin Xian, it would obviously be fatal, but they could not hit Lin Xian. Every time they were about to hit him, Lin Xian's speed would suddenly increase, and then he would lead the group of wolves madly running in the poisonous domain. Chapter 461. A pack of Silver Moon Heavenly Wolves that could be said to be terrifying when added together were all killed by Lin Xian just like that. What did that mean? At least half of them were in the profound Heaven Realm while the rest were in the high levels of the Spirit Condensation Realm. However, with a full moon, their strength doubled and reached the profound Heaven Realm. Lin Xian smirked as he looked at the pack of Silver Moon Wolves that were either motionless or twitching on the ground, unable to get up. This poison attribute is too damn useful. Lin Xian was pleasantly surprised. It was much more useful than he had imagined. 5 Thunder Constellation. Sizzle. Lin Xian released the powerful 5 Thunder Constellation and killed all the Silver Moon Heavenly Wolves that had not been poisoned to death by Lin Xian. Ding! Your cultivation level has increased to profound Heaven Realm 6 stars. Lin Xian had reached the 6th star of the Mysterious Heaven stage and was close to the 7th star of the Mysterious Heaven stage. To Lin Xian, the increase in his cultivation alone made this trip worthwhile. No, that was not right. He still had to enter the God's Awakening door. Is this the poison attribute? Above the void, Bing Lingyue saw this scene and said softly, "That's right, it's the poison attribute. He's lucky. If those Lightning Tribulation Realm and Law Realm Silver Moon Heavenly Wolf King were together, he wouldn't be able to do this." Linglong Shui was right. Even if a Lightning Tribulation Realm Silver Moon Heavenly Wolf King came, Lin Xian would not be able to fight it. When he felt the power of a Lightning Tribulation Realm, his first reaction would be to run. If Lin Xian had reached Profound Heaven Realm 8 or 9 stars, he could try fighting Lightning Tribulation Realm 2 or 9 stars. But now, it was impossible. It was too difficult to cross a realm. "They're going." Bing Lingyue saw a few figures in the forest running towards Lin Xian in the dark. "You, is already there." Linglong Shui was not worried after seeing this. Damn. Lin Xian was still thinking of taking out the demon crystals of the Silver Moon Heavenly Wolves when he suddenly felt several auras in the sky. One of them was especially terrifying. That was the aura of the Lightning Tribulation Realm. To what extent could a cultivator in the Thunder Tribulation Realm achieve? Just by releasing his aura, Lin Xian would probably be lying on the ground vomiting blood. There was no way he could resist this existence. However, why was Lin Xian hesitating? This was because he had the Heaven's Wrath Needle that Linglong Shui had given him. As long as he hit it, even a Thunder Tribulation Realm cultivator would be instantly killed by the Heaven's Wrath Needle. However, it was the Lightning Tribulation Realm, and there were more than one Lightning Tribulation Realm cultivators, so Lin Xian gave up. Yo. Lin Xian planned to slip away first, and then find an opportunity to come back and retrieve the demon crystals of these Silver Moon Heavenly Wolves. A furious roar was accompanied by a barrier that directly sealed Lin Xian. Barriers could be released by powerful cultivators and demonic beasts. Generally speaking, only those at the Law Realm could release them. However, some very special demonic beasts could release them at the Thunder Tribulation Realm. The Thunder Tribulation Realm demonic beast that Lin Xian had encountered in the Sky Martial Court was relatively special and powerful. A terrifying force broke through a 5 to 6 meter wide area in front of him. Wherever it went, trees and stones would all turn into dust as it rushed toward Lin Xian. Instant shadow. Lin Xian moved 10 meters to the side and nimbly dodged the attack. Then, several figures appeared in front of and around Lin Xian, surrounding him. The force blasted a ditch more than a meter deep and dozens of meters long in the ground. Several Silver Moon Heavenly Wolf Kings, whose grades and levels were not low, glared at Lin Xian. At this moment, on a tree beside Lin Xian, Ling Longyue was chewing on an apple and looking down condescendingly. Bye-bye. When Lin Xian saw the Silver Moon Heavenly Wolf Kings, he decisively released his spatial attribute and tried to escape 1,000 meters away. Lin Xian had indeed disappeared and was 1,000 meters away. Just as Lin Xian was about to escape, he realized that he was locked on by a force. Then, his figure disappeared again. When he reappeared, he found himself in the place where he had been surrounded by the Silver Moon Heavenly Wolf Kings. Lin Xian, really? He was dumbfounded. What was going on? Did these Silver Moon Heavenly Wolf Kings have spatial attributes? That was impossible, right? How many demonic beasts could control spatial attributes? Really? For a moment, Lin Xian felt despair. Roar. Several Silver Moon Heavenly Wolf Kings pounced toward Lin Xian. Lin Xian quickly swallowed a spirit recovery pill and released his spatial attribute to escape. All the Silver Moon Heavenly Wolf Kings missed him. Lin Xian had indeed left, but he had returned. F***CK. Lin Xian wanted to curse. What the hell? What a weak man. What's the point of only knowing how to run? A figure suddenly came from above. Lin Xian felt that this person had some attributes. Then, he saw Ling Longyue land in front of him. Following that, Lin Xian understood. So it was this girl's doing. What are you doing? Lin Xian asked in confusion. A beauty saving a coward. Lin Xian, remember, you owe me a favor. With that, Ling Longyue waved her hand. Those Lightning Tribulation Realm and Law Realm Silver Moon Heavenly Wolf Kings all fell to the ground like stinky little brothers. Then, they instantly stopped breathing. According to Linglong Shui, they were demonic beasts and would not kill demonic beasts for no reason. However, there was a reason. It was because they wanted to save Lin Xian. Although Lin Xian did not necessarily need to be saved, in fact, he really did not need to be saved. With his spatial attribute to escape, he could use the spirit recovery pill to activate Unfettered World. Even if those demonic beasts were Law Realm demonic beasts, they would not be able to catch up to Lin Xian. If they could not catch up, they would lose their target and would not be able to find Lin Xian. Secondly, the Silver Moon Heavenly Wolf Pack was an ambitious race. Their existence would hunt down innocent demonic beasts, so killing them was not a big problem. However, with strength, they could do whatever they wanted. Lin Xian's mouth twitched. All right. Let's call it a day. Ling Longyue clapped her hands and then looked at Lin Xian before stretching out her hand. What? Lin Xian was dumbfounded. This young lady saved you. Don't tell me you don't want to repay me for saving your life? And take out that treasure that can increase the spatial attribute. It's not as precious as your life, right? Lin Xian. Wah. How can you be so shameless? Although your sister always has a straight face, as if everyone owes her money, she is still a reasonable person. What about you? What about me? Ling Longyue put her hands on her waist and said, Am I not? Without me, you would have been killed by the Silver Moon Heavenly Wolf King. Even with the spatial attribute, you would not have been able to escape from 1,000 meters away. Who said so? Lin Xian, I also have a movement technique that can increase my speed by 10 times. I can escape from the Silver Moon Heavenly Wolf King's lock in a short time. Who said I can't escape? Che, hypocritical man. A movement technique that increases speed by 10 times? Not to mention you, even my sister and I don't have such a movement technique. Who are you trying to fool? Ling Longyue rolled her eyes at Lin Xian. Chapter 462. From Ling Longyue's words, one could tell how rare a movement technique was. No, to be precise, how rare a powerful movement technique was. One was in the Heavenly Venerable Realm, and the other was in the Absolute Realm. They were basically at the peak of the realm, right? Did they not have a movement technique that could increase their movement speed by 10 times? Moreover, 10 times movement speed was not the peak of the realm. There were 3 levels to world freedom. Lin Xian was only at the first level, creating an afterimage. As for the 3rd level, so close, yet worlds apart, that was more than 10 times. It was a little exaggerated. Why would I lie to you? Didn't you see it just now? Lin Xian shrugged and said. Ling Longyue did not notice it just now. However, when Lin Xian released 10 times movement speed, both Ling Longshui and Bing Lingyue noticed it. They were also very surprised. The speed that Lin Xian displayed almost made them think that it was teleportation. They were really surprised and curious because they were now more familiar with Lin Xian. They also knew about Lin Xian's situation. He only had one sister to rely on. But in such a situation, how did he have so many powerful martial techniques? Also, those mysterious things that even Ling Longshui thought were treasures. Where did Lin Xian get them? This man was a little different. Ling Longyue did not believe it. I don't care if you believe it or not. Anyway, you just need to know that you did not save my life. Also, don't forget to serve me for 7 days. It's not that easy to get a space attribute treasure. Ling Longyue. Then why did she save Lin Xian? Bastard. Bah. Ling Longyue spat and disappeared in a huff. Lin Xian continued to collect the demonic crystals without a care in the world. Not to mention so many profound Heaven Realm monster crystals. There were even Law Realm monster crystals and Thunder Tribulation Realm monster crystals. Because he knew that it was impossible to kill Thunder Tribulation Realm and Law Realm monster crystals, these 2 kinds of monster crystals were not included in the points. However, that did not mean that it was impossible. If it was possible, it was basically safe. Lin Xian might even be able to help Wang Xintong. After giving it some thought, Lin Xian sent a message to Qin Feng and asked if it was okay. Qin Feng then replied with a surprised question. In the end, Lin Xian received the news that it was possible. After all, they had all been searched. It was impossible for them to bring in demon crystals prepared in advance. Lin Xian then looked at the time. It was already 10 at night. There were 11 more hours until the 24th hour. He had to leave about an hour or so of time to leave the heavenly beast forest. However, Lin Xian did not relax and continued to hunt for monsters. Firstly, he could raise his cultivation level. Secondly, he could continue to obtain monster crystals. Why not? He was already at Profound Heaven Realm 6 stars. If he killed a few more Profound Heaven Realm monsters tonight, Lin Xian would be able to raise his cultivation level to Profound Heaven Realm 7 stars. In other words, he had raised his cultivation level by 3 stars in one night. This was an extremely exaggerated speed. It was a pity that those Thunder Tribulation Realm and Law Realm Silver Moon Wolves were all killed by Ling Longyue. Otherwise, Lin Xian would probably be able to break through to the Thunder Tribulation Realm. However, he was not in a hurry. It was best to do it step by step. If Lin Xian really wanted to increase his strength, it was very simple. Didn't Ling Longyue want to achieve great success in the spatial realm? At most, she could change the content. She could bring Lin Xian to catch a group of Thunder Tribulation Realm and Realm monsters for Lin Xian to kill. This way, his cultivation level would definitely increase very quickly. However, Lin Xian would lose an important part in the process. This would cause him to not be able to recognize his own strength. Moreover, Lin Xian needed to complete the mission. If he could not complete the mission, his level would be reset to 0. It would be useless no matter how high his level was. This is so infuriating. So infuriating. In the void, Ling Longyue appeared beside them. She was so angry that she gritted her teeth. What's wrong? Ling Longyue asked. Sister, don't you think this person is despicable? I saved him and he still said that he could run away without me saving him. He took my kindness for granted and wasted my energy for nothing. He should just die. Ling Longyue gritted her teeth and said angrily. It seems like he really can run away if he wants to. Bing Lingyue said softly. Sister Bing, you are also siding with him. Ling Longyue pouted her small mouth. Bing Lingyue revealed a gentle smile and said, the speed he increased in an instant was very exaggerated. If he can maintain it for about 10 seconds and continue to release the space attribute, he can escape the lock of a Realm of Law monster. Che, he even bragged that he has a movement technique that can increase his speed by 10 times. My fastest speed is only 8 times. Ling Longyue said in disbelief. Ling Longyue recalled the scene just now and nodded, maybe he can really increase it by 10 times. Ling Longyue looked at Ling Longyue in disbelief and said, how is that possible? Even you can only increase it by 8 times. But, before this, do you believe that an ordinary human can increase my space attribute to a large extent? Ling Longyue said. Ling Longyue was speechless. Thinking about it carefully, it seemed to be the case. Let's go back. Don't worry. Is there any other problem? After all, there were a few people waiting for him to assassinate him. Bing Lingyue asked. Ling Longyue said, with the space attribute and Heaven's Wrath Needle, there should be no problem. About an hour later, Lin Xian's cultivation level rose to mysterious Heaven Realm 7 stars. He should be on par with Ling Ying. It was not easy. Ding dong, Lin Xian's phone rang and he saw that it was a message from Ling Ying. Someone is trying to assassinate me. Lin Xian frowned. Someone is trying to assassinate Ling Ying? Does Ling Ying have any enemies? No, although Ling Ying is like this, he is actually very low-key and would not provoke anyone. Then, Lin Xian thought of himself. Maybe it's because of me. Also, he suddenly thought of the scream from before and asked Qin Feng. No one from the 3 major forces met with any mishap. Also, at that time, there shouldn't be any other cultivators training in that place, right? Could it be that someone is trying to assassinate me? Lin Xian suddenly became terrified as he thought about it. Then, Lin Xian quickly dialed Ling Ying's number. They must have a condition when they were outside, and that was to keep their phones on silent. This was a very important point. "Hello." Ling Ying's voice came from the other side. "What's going on?" Lin Xian asked. "I just passed by a place and 2 people suddenly attacked me. They should be in the Thunder Tribulation realm or even the Law realm. I reacted quickly and used the Dark attribute to escape. Send me your location now. I'll go over." "No, they are near me now. It's dangerous for you to come over." Ling Ying guessed that it might be related to Lin Xian. "You don't have any spiritual power?" Lin Xian asked. "Yes." "Give me the location. I'll go over." Chapter 463. What did it mean that Ling Ying didn't have spirit power? She was at the mercy of others. If she had spirit power, she could continue to use the dark element to escape, but if she didn't, she wouldn't be able to withstand a Thunder Tribulation realm or even a Law realm cultivator. She would be killed in an instant. And Ling Ying had Lin Xian's spirit recovery pill. What did it mean that she was hiding now? She had used the spirit recovery pill. Which meant that Ling Ying was in a very dangerous situation. Lin Xian had to go. "It's fine. I'll rest for a while and recover my spirit power. Then, I'll find an opportunity to use the dark element to escape," Ling Ying said softly. She was indeed worried that Lin Xian would be in danger if he came, so she didn't want Lin Xian to come. "Hurry up." Lin Xian's tone was filled with anger. This was the first time Ling Ying felt anger from Lin Xian's tone. Lin Xian wasn't angry. It was the kind of anger that was formed from worry. In short, he wouldn't allow anything to happen to Ling Ying. Ling Ying bit her red lips. "I've already informed the 3 major forces, so hurry up." It was one thing for the people from the 3 major forces to go, but it was another for him to go. Lin Xian would only feel at ease if he went alone. Ling Ying's situation was because she had encountered an unexpected situation. Asking for help was considered a request for help, but this kind of unexpected situation would not disqualify her because it was completely unexpected that she would be assassinated by a martial artist. Only when she was in danger with a demonic beast would it be considered a request for help. After all, this trial was for demonic beasts. Then, Lin Xian said, "I have the spatial attribute and a Heaven's Wrath needle on me. I can instantly kill a Law realm cultivator. Don't worry, I won't be in danger. Hurry up and send me your location." Hearing Lin Xian's words, Ling Ying hesitated for a moment before sending her location to Lin Xian. "Wait for me. Don't hang up." After that, Lin Xian activated Carefree under the heavens and sped towards Ling Ying's location at 10 times the normal speed. There were still 12 recovery pills left, but Lin Xian didn't care about the recovery pills. He only cared about Ling Ying's safety. He continuously consumed the recovery pills and sped away at an extremely fast speed. What made Lin Xian heave a sigh of relief was that Ling Ying was not too far away from him. She was only 5 kilometers away. In less than 5 minutes, Lin Xian had roughly arrived at the area. He then slowed down and entered stealth. "Where are you?" Lin Xian whispered to Ling Ying on the phone. "I saw you." Ling Ying's figure appeared beside Lin Xian. "Let's go." Ling Ying grabbed Lin Xian's hand and released the dark element. The 2 of them hid in the place where Ling Ying had been. It was a very dense tree. "Hurry up and consume this." Lin Xian gave Ling Ying a few recovery pills. To be honest, Ling Ying was very touched. Only in times of danger could she test a man. Clearly, Lin Xian had passed her test. No, to be precise, Ling Ying didn't test Lin Xian. However, Lin Xian's actions made Ling Ying feel that following him was the right choice. At the very least, she hadn't misjudged him, even if he was a bit of a playboy. Suddenly, a ball of fire rushed over. Lin Xian reacted quickly and used Blink Shadow while hugging Ling Ying. In an instant, the tree they were in was burned to ashes. 2 figures appeared in front of them. "You're actually not dead." When one of the masked men saw Lin Xian, he revealed an astonished expression. In his heart, he thought that his companion hadn't made a move yet, but he didn't know that his companion had already died in the mouth of a demonic beast. Umph. If you hadn't come, it would have been really difficult to find this woman. The man sneered. Qin Xiaotian must have spent a lot of money to hire you, right? Lin Xian said coldly. The man frowned and said, a dead man doesn't need to speak. After saying that, a monstrous aura surged from his body. You seem to have forgotten that I have the space element. Lin Xian smirked and then the two of them disappeared. TSK. Ridiculous. The man sneered. The space element was indeed strong. The reason why he chose to assassinate was because he was afraid of making a mistake. If he didn't kill them instantly, they would definitely report it. If that happened, there would be trouble. However, there was no other way. If he made a mistake, he could only take action by force. This was the situation now. Lin Xian's space element was indeed strong, but his strength and spiritual energy were just that little. As long as he could lock onto Lin Xian, it would be fine. However, he didn't expect that Lin Xian would have a spiritual energy recovery pill that could recover so much spiritual energy. As far as everyone knew, there were no such things. There were only spiritual energy recovery pills, but these things could only recover a little. They're here. The two of them landed nearly a kilometer away. Ling Ying was originally relieved when he suddenly felt the aura behind him. Ling Ying was shocked. What do we do? Lin Xian could actually run. It was the same idea as when he encountered the Silver Moon Dire Wolf King. Because he had the spiritual energy recovery pill, he could make it happen. However, Lin Xian didn't want to run anymore. Damn it! They were chasing after him all day long, and now they were attacking the people around him. Mothaf ****. He couldn't take it anymore. Little Ling Ying, can you use the dark element to hide me? Lin Xian asked. Ling Ying said, yes. What are you going to do? Lin Xian muttered, give me another clone. I want to kill that B****. Ling Ying, are you sure? Ling Ying confirmed again. Yes. You be careful. Okay. Ling Ying then released his energy to hide Lin Xian. Lin Xian hid behind a nearby tree. With Ling Ying's ability to hide, it was still difficult to find Lin Xian. Shadow clone. Ling Ying then released another wave of energy at Lin Xian. Then, a person who looked exactly like Lin Xian walked out and walked to her side. Lin Xian. What the F****? This clone was indeed abnormal. He couldn't tell the difference. Whoosh. Two figures appeared in front of them one after the other. Running. Not running anymore? Have you run out of spiritual energy? Are you waiting to die? When the man saw Ling Ying and Lin Xian, he couldn't help but laugh. Leader, let's not delay any longer. I'm afraid that the people from the three major forces are already here. Can't we get rid of them? The other person said. Okay. Then, flames filled the sky and trapped them. Destroy. Suddenly, Lin Xian rushed out from inside. TSK, you're courting death. The man sneered and threw a punch at Lin Xian. At the same time, the hidden Lin Xian seized the opportunity and directly released the Heaven's Wrath Needle. The man scattered Lin Xian, but found that it was a fake. His reaction was already very fast. Feeling the power coming from the side, he quickly turned and blocked it. TSK, however, the Heaven's Wrath Needle ignored the defensive chi and directly penetrated his body. Puff, he spat out a mouthful of blood. Leader. The other person showed a shocked expression and rushed over. Plop. So sinister. The man knelt on the ground and then lay down. When the other Thunder Tribulation Realm powerhouse saw that the Law Realm powerhouse was instantly killed, his subconscious reaction was to run away. Chapter 464. Lin Xian, on the other hand, had killed this Law Realm cultivator and directly raised his cultivation level to Mystic Heaven Realm 9 stars. The Law Realm required a lot of experience, but the Mysterious Heaven Realm required a lot of experience as well. Lin Xian's rise was close to 3 stars. Moreover, that person was only in the Law Realm. Mysterious Heaven Realm 9 stars, about to step into the mysterious heaven realm 10 stars. Lin Xian's rise was terrifying. Want to run? When Lin Xian reached the mysterious heaven realm 9 stars, he felt like he wasn't afraid of the lightning tribulation realm anymore. He wanted to chase after them. Boom! A bolt of lightning fell from the sky and killed the fleeing lightning tribulation realm cultivator. He didn't even have time to scream before a figure landed. Uncle Qin. Lin Xian was pleasantly surprised when he saw who it was. Are you all right? Qin Feng asked after glancing at the two. Lin Xian nodded. I'm fine. I didn't expect someone from the Evil Fiend Hall to sneak into this forest. It seems like we can't continue with this trial. Qin Feng walked over and said after some thought. Lin Xian shook his head. No, they're here for me. You provoked the Evil Fiend Hall? No, to be precise, they hired someone to kill me. Lin Xian said. Who? Lin Xian smiled. Don't worry about it, Uncle Qin. We'll find out after the Sky Martial Conference. Qin Feng nodded slightly, then patted Lin Xian on the shoulder and said, So, do you want to continue or what? Of course we're going to continue. We can't fall behind the top 10 of the Sky Martial Conference. Okay, then you guys should be around here. I'll send people to patrol the area. Safety first. Qin Feng reminded them. Thank you, Uncle Qin. Qin Feng knew how important the Sky Martial Conference was to them. Asking them to give up? Even if he thought about it, it was impossible. Qin Feng then left. Tell me, what's your realm now? After Qin Feng left, Ling Ying hurriedly asked, as if nothing dangerous had happened. 9 stars of the mysterious heaven realm. Ling Ying. How could that be? Could that person be a high-level law realm expert? That shouldn't be the case. If it was a high-level law realm expert, I wouldn't have been able to escape so quickly. I would have been killed by him long ago. Ling Ying revealed an expression of disbelief. Actually, I was already at the 7 stars of the profound heaven realm before this. Ling Ying. She remembered that Lin Xian was only at the 4 stars of the mysterious heaven realm before coming here. She was only at Mystic Heaven Realm 5 stars, so how could Lin Xian be at Mystic Heaven Realm 7 stars before she killed that law realm expert? How did he do it? She had only risen by 1 star, so she was only at the 6th star of the mysterious heaven realm. And now, Lin Xian was at the 9th star of the mysterious heaven realm. What an exaggeration! How did you manage to raise it by 3 stars? Ling Ying asked in surprise. Lin Xian shrugged. I encountered a group of Mystic Heaven Realm demonic beasts. There were dozens of them, so I killed them all. That's how my cultivation rose by so much. Ling Ying. A group of Mystic Heaven Realm demonic beasts? How could he still speak so calmly after encountering such a group of demonic beasts? Aren't you afraid? A cultivator had to be careful when facing a demonic beast of the same realm, let alone a group of demonic beasts. If they were the slightest bit careless, even a demonic beast of a lower realm could kill them in one move. Ling Ying felt a lingering fear for Lin Xian. It's nothing. Don't forget my attributes. Poison and lightning attributes are both F*King area of effect attributes. When the group of demonic beasts entered my poison domain, half of them directly fell. Then, I stalled for time, and the rest all fell. It was an easy group. You're amazing. Ling Ying could only silently say this. Lin Xian smiled and then hugged her slender waist. Ling Ying was already used to Lin Xian's actions. Moreover, there was no one around, so what if he hugged her? Little Ling Ying, look, I have a lot of demonic crystals. The sky is the quilt, the ground is the bed, and the moon is the lamp. How about we sleep? Lin Xian thought of something and couldn't help but wipe his saliva, looking like a pig. Is there something wrong with you? Ling Ying glanced at Lin Xian. This was the F*King demonic beast domain, and a place where Mystic Heaven Realm demonic beasts were innumerable. In such a place, unless you really couldn't take it anymore, it was best not to rest. Of course, this rest was sleeping. If you simply sat or lay down for a period of time, it wouldn't be too dangerous. However, sleeping in the demonic beast domain was something that should be avoided as much as possible. You're enough for me. Ling Ying. Go away. I still need to improve my cultivation. Ling Ying said unhappily. In fact, she was relieved. Originally, she thought that it would be difficult for her to get through tonight, but she didn't expect that Lin Xian would risk his life to save her. To be honest, there was nothing more touching than this to a girl, especially a girl like Ling Ying. Simply put, she wasn't an idiot. Let's not talk about it. Let's sleep. Hurry up. Lin Xian then dragged Ling Ying to a comfortable bush. Ling Ying, are you King crazy? Ling Ying couldn't help but swear. Lin Xian touched the tip of his nose awkwardly, and then the corner of his mouth curled up. He said with a smile, Little Ling Ying, we've tried the bed, the balcony, the sofa, and even the kitchen, but I don't think we've tried it in the wild. Ling Ying's heart skipped a beat. F***CK. Okay, I won't tease you anymore. Lin Xian hugged Ling Ying's delicate body and said, let's rest first. I'll go with you tonight. We don't know if there are other people watching us. With my space attribute and your dark attribute, at least escaping won't be a problem. Will Xiao Miao and Chu Xue be in danger too? Ling Ying quickly asked. Lin Xian wasn't sure, but he was sure that the people from the Evil Fiend Temple were either from Qin Shaotian or Zhao Mengyue. So, if they were related to him, there was a possibility that they were in danger. To be safe, let's gather everyone together. I have a lot of demon crystals here, so I should be able to guarantee that everyone will enter the top 10. Lin Xian said. He was indeed a little worried. Okay. Hearing Lin Xian's words, Ling Ying also concluded that this was related to Lin Xian. Then Lin Xian contacted Miao Xiao Miao and the others. Lin Xian, can you tell me, who did you provoke outside? Because this wasn't the first time that Ling Ying and Lin Xian encountered people from the Evil Fiend Temple trying to assassinate them. The Zhang family? No. The Zhang clan had already been exterminated. Ling Ying was aware of this, and with the fall of Zhang Zun, Xiao Runing had also roughly investigated the ins and outs of the Zhang clan. She had basically taken over the entire Zhang clan, so who else was there? Ling Ying didn't know who had such a blood feud with Lin Xian. Chapter 465. Lin Xian did not tell Ling Ying about this matter. Only Wang Chanxian and Zhang Tian knew about it. The two of them walked towards Wang Xintong. Lin Xian hesitated whether he should tell Ling Ying or not. Then, he decided to tell Ling Ying. How should he say it? After all, the Sky Martial Conference would end in the daytime. Lin Xian might bring Qin Shaotian to justice. At that time, everything would be revealed to the world. Telling Ling Ying now was not a big deal. Moreover, Lin Xian trusted Ling Ying completely. It's Qin Shaotian. Lin Xian said indifferently. Ling Ying's eyebrows furrowed. She knew that Lin Xian and Qin Shaotian did not get along. However, she was not sure if the hatred between Lin Xian and Qin Shaotian was that deep. Now, it seemed that she had underestimated the hatred between the two. Why? Lin Xian hesitated for a moment. Then, he told Ling Ying about what happened between them. Ling Ying clenched her fists. That bastard actually did that to Sister Linya. No wonder you said something about 3 years ago. Ling Ying suddenly understood. Linya, on the other hand, was Ling Ying's favorite and respected elder sister. When she found out that Qin Shaotian had done such a thing to Ling Ying, she was furious. She wanted nothing more than to bring Qin Shaotian to justice right now. Do you have proof? Ling Ying suppressed her anger and asked. Lin Xian nodded. Otherwise, what do you think I've been doing all this time? So, you've wronged me many times. When I was with other sisters, I wasn't flirting with them. I was just asking them for help. It's true. Why did Ling Ying not believe him? I don't care. I just want him to be brought to justice. Ling Ying said angrily. If he met Qin Shaotian now, he would definitely rush up and fight him to the death. I say, Don't act rashly and alert the enemy. When the time comes, even if you see Qin Xiaotian, don't show any emotions, okay? Don't worry. Ling Ying took a deep breath and nodded. Bring me along when the time comes. Ling Ying reminded. Don't worry, I will. After that, Lin Xian added Miao Xiaomiao, Wang Xintong, and Han Chuxue into a WeChat group, and the 5 of them started a voice chat. As martial artists, they had to bring their phones with them when they were outside because they would encounter many situations where they would need a phone. Reality proved that they needed it. Next, they would definitely bring Bluetooth headphones because it was convenient. Everything would be convenient. After that, Lin Xian and Ling Ying would hear whistling sounds from the headphones, as well as the sounds of battle and collisions. They would fight from time to time, and some of them could even chat with them while fighting. After about an hour and a half, Lin Xian gathered all the girls. Lin Xian also let out a sigh of relief. Come, come, come. Everyone, take a break and eat some of my fairy's biscuits. Lin Xian gave them the biscuits made by Lin Ye. Miao Xiaomiao took the biscuits and asked, Lin Xian, what do you think is dangerous here? Because Lin Xian told them that there was danger in the Sky Demon Beast Forest and that they might be in danger, they basically put down what they were doing and gathered with Lin Xian and the others. Otherwise, with their unyielding characters, they would definitely crazily grind until the next morning. There's a pervert, Lin Xian said mysteriously. Isn't it you? Lin Xian. Okay. I won't tell you first. Anyway, you just need to know that it's safe to stay together. Otherwise, it'll be very dangerous. But, if we stay together, we won't be able to enter the top 10. It's very difficult. Miao Xiaomiao said. Of course, they all wanted to advance. Walalala, then, Lin Xian poured out a small mountain of demon crystals in front of them. The girls' eyes widened. What the F***CK? They all came together. Why did Lin Xian's Mystic Heaven Realm demon crystals look like they were wholesale? Lin Xian said, including yours, we still have more than 6 hours tonight. We can still kill a lot more. At most, we'll split up and stay close to each other. How about it, we won't have a problem entering the top 10, right? Seems about right. Wang Xintong and Miao Xiaomiao wanted to enter the top 10 with their own strength, but they also listened to Lin Xian. Lin Xian said that there was danger, so they naturally couldn't ignore it. However, these demon crystals were really exaggerated. However, there are still many experts. It might not be enough. Then, Lin Xian threw out a few Thunder Tribulation Realm demon crystals and a Law Realm demon crystal. Now, the 4 girls. Thunder Tribulation Realm demon crystal? Law Realm demon crystal? They could tell what level the demon crystal was by looking at it. How did you sneak in such a level of demon crystal? Do demon crystals of this level count as points? Miao Xiaomiao looked at Lin Xian in surprise and asked. F***CK. What do you think of me? Am I that kind of person? The 4 girls nodded their little heads. Lin Xian. F***CK. It turned out that he was so unreliable in their hearts. You don't have to think about how I got it. In any case, I didn't sneak it in. The inspection was so strict before, so how could I bring it in? Moreover, Law Realm demon crystals are so precious. Where would I get them? You can't even buy them with money. Lin Xian said. Han Chuxue held the Law Realm demon crystal and sensed it for a moment before saying, there's still residual heat inside this demon crystal. It was taken from a demon beast that died less than half a day ago. When they heard Ling Ying's words, they were even more shocked. Ling Ying pouted. He lied to her. This guy must have used the Heaven's Wrath Needle to kill a Law Realm demon beast, which was why he improved so quickly. Then, there was that Law Realm expert. However, with so many Mystic Heaven Realm demon crystals, he didn't seem to be lying to her. What a freak. Forget about his freakish endurance, his combat strength was also freakish. He could even face so many demon beasts without any problems. However, the Heaven's Wrath Needle was indeed powerful. Ling Ying was convinced. Everyone, take out your demon crystals first and then divide them among the 5 of us. In addition, we'll continue to grind. It should be enough for all 5 of us to advance to the top 10. Lin Xian said. That was very exaggerated. If all 5 of them advanced to the top 10, the other dozens of people would have 5 fewer spots to advance. Then I won't stand on ceremony. Then, they divided the demon crystals among themselves. Ling Ying, Han Chuxue, and the others also had a lot of demon crystals. Even if they didn't take Lin Xian's demon crystals, it shouldn't be a problem for them to advance to the top 10 if they continued to grind. Lin Xian's demon crystals were more useful for them to replenish what they lacked. Naturally, Wang Xintong had fewer, and the level of her demon crystals was also lower. However, her realm and attributes were there. Next, we'll split up and continue to kill demon beasts. Don't break contact and always pay attention to the distance between us. Don't exceed 1 kilometer. Lin Xian said. Chapter 466. For the rest of the time, they did their own things, but they kept in touch at all times. For martial artists, time passed very quickly, especially when they were searching and fighting. On the other hand, Qin Shaotian didn't know that the Evil Fiend Shrine's mission had failed. He didn't even have a way to contact the woman in red, let alone the people from the Evil Fiend Shrine. They had only come over to confirm the plan with Qin Shaotian before taking action. Right now, Qin Shaotian was still happily thinking that Lin Xian was already dead. Although she felt that it was a pity that Ling Ying died, there was nothing she could do. Even if Ling Ying was gone, she still had Han Chuxue. Qin Shaotian wandered alone in the heavenly monster forest and killed many monsters. Suddenly, he realized that there was lightning in front of him. Then, he curiously went over to take a look. Oh, young Master Qin, our fate is quite deep. Lin Xian killed a monster and then heard movement behind him. He turned his head and saw that it was Qin Shaotian. Then, he grinned. Qin Shaotian's pupils shrank. Lin Xian? Why wasn't he dead? Could it be that the people from the Evil Fiend Temple hadn't made a move yet? That shouldn't be the case. They had entered this place early, and they still had Lin Xian's location. It was impossible that they hadn't made a move yet. Failed. That didn't exist, right? There were lower realm existences looking for Lin Xian. How could they fail? Even Lin Xian's spatial attribute was useless. But Lin Xian was acting as if nothing had happened. How could he continue to grind levels so nonchalantly after experiencing a life and death situation or being on the run? Either he ran away, died, or hid. That was impossible. Yes. Qin Shaotian forced out a smile with difficulty. Qin Shaotian knew that Lin Xian was aware that he had made a move on Lin Xian's sister. Therefore, they were enemies when they met under such circumstances. At that moment, Qin Shaotian even wanted to attack Lin Xian. However, he suddenly remembered that Lin Xian had the spatial attribute, so he gave up. What about Lin Xian? He was now at the mysterious Heaven Realm 9 stars. He should have beaten Qin Shaotian, right? Why didn't he make a move? If Lin Xian wanted to kill Qin Shaotian, it would be too easy. He could even ask Ling Long Shui and the others for help, but he didn't. What he wanted wasn't just to kill Qin Shaotian. He wanted Qin Shaotian to feel that he had obtained a spot in the top 10 of the Sky Martial Assembly and obtained the qualifications to participate in the next Sky Martial Assembly. He wanted to make Qin Shaotian fall from heaven into an ice cellar. What? Why didn't young Master Qin kill me with such a good opportunity? Lin Xian grinned. Qin Shaotian was a cautious person. He couldn't guarantee that Lin Xian's phone was on the line right now. If he killed him, he would really be exposed. You and I have no enmity, so why would I kill you? It's not good to make such a joke. Qin Shaotian chuckled. Really? Then weren't you the one who hired those people to assassinate me? Qin Shaotian frowned. Did he meet someone? Then why didn't he die? What kind of trash was this Evil Fiend Temple? Qin Shaotian didn't say anything because he was afraid of being exposed. Naturally, he wasn't afraid of Lin Xian. He was afraid of Lin Xian's schemes. Do you know why they didn't kill me? Lin Xian's lips curled up. Because when they were waiting for me to assassinate me, they were killed by a group of demonic beasts. I saw it with my own eyes. Demonic beasts in the Law Realm. Those Thunder Tribulation Realm and Law Realm cultivators died miserably. Why can I run? Because I have the spatial attribute. Ha ha ha. Lin Xian then laughed and walked away. Awesome. Lin Xian wasn't afraid that Qin Xiaotian would fly into a rage out of humiliation. In fact, if Lin Xian wanted to, he had the confidence to capture Qin Xiaotian right now, because his current realm was definitely higher than Qin Xiaotian's, and with the spatial attribute, where could Qin Xiaotian run? Unless he had a spatial spirit artifact that was stronger than Lin Xian's spatial power. However, Lin Xian didn't want to. He wanted to bring him to justice in front of the world at a very good opportunity. Qin Xiaotian clenched his fists tightly, and then he turned around angrily. Trash. Trash from the evil fiend temple. I thought you were strong, but a bunch of trash. Qin Xiaotian's angry face was ferocious. He was originally in a good mood, but now he exploded. He had invited experts time and time again, but they couldn't do anything to Lin Xian. This time, he thought that victory was in his grasp, but even the Law Realm cultivators were eaten by demonic beasts. Most importantly, Lin Xian dared to be so arrogant in front of him. However, he didn't dare to make a move against Lin Xian. This was even more infuriating. F***CKU. But for Qin Xiaotian, there were plenty of opportunities. In any case, the woman in red had promised him that if the mission failed, he didn't have to agree to the previous 2 promises. Moreover, as long as there was no evidence, Qin Xiaotian wasn't afraid. He still had plenty of opportunities to kill Wang Chanqian, Lin Xian, Ling Ying, and the others. They could survive once or twice, but Qin Xiaotian didn't believe that they would be fine every time. In any case, the people who died were from the Evil Fiend Hall. When the time came, the Evil Fiend Hall would take the blame for him. The sky slowly brightened. The sky was slightly cold, and dawn was getting later. Lin Xian looked at the time. It was already 6:30. It would take more than an hour for them to return the way they came, so Lin Xian felt that it was time to go back because he still had things to do. What are you doing? I'm about to reach Mystic Heaven Realm 4 stars. Let me grind for a while more. Lin Xian lifted Miao Xiaomiao's hoodie and walked forward. Miao Xiaomiao struggled with all her might, feeling very unhappy. She was about to reach Mystic Heaven Realm 4 stars. Just a little more. I'll grind on the way back. Why are you going back so early? I can still grind for another hour. Miao Xiaomiao pouted. I have things to do. Why don't I leave you here alone? Lin Xian asked with a smile. Miao Xiaomiao blinked her big eyes. Ever since Lin Xian said that there was danger here last night, she didn't dare to stay alone. Hee, then I'll grind on the way. Miao Xiaomiao giggled. After that, Lin Xian brought the 4 girls back. Their demon crystals were enough for all 5 of them to enter the top 10. Everyone had gained a lot from this trip, especially Lin Xian. He was at Mystic Heaven Realm 9 stars. He was almost at Mystic Heaven Realm 10 stars. After reaching Mystic Heaven Realm 10 stars, he could directly exchange for the Heaven Star Fruit to advance to the Lightning Tribulation Realm. This realm directly surpassed Ling Ying and Han Chushue's by a large margin. Ling Ying was also at Mystic Heaven Realm 7 stars. Han Chushue was a little behind before, but she was also at Mystic Heaven Realm 6 stars. Miao Xiaomiao also grinded a few demons on the way back and reached Mystic Heaven Realm 4 stars. Wang Xintong was also at Mystic Heaven Realm 3 stars. It wasn't that she leveled up too quickly. The lower the realm, the faster the leveling. It was only 8 o'clock when the 5 of them left the Heaven Demon Beast Forest. There weren't many people out at this time, but in the next 20 to 30 minutes, there would be a large group coming out. You guys. After leaving, they arrived at the designated location. There were many teachers from the 3 big schools and people from the 3 big factions. This was the gathering point. Xiao Runing was surprised to see Lin Xian and the others coming over. Why were the 5 of them together? Chapter 467. Hello, Xiao Ningning. Lin Xian grinned. Xiao Runing's face immediately turned red. Ding. Feeling Xiao Runing's shyness. Scumbag value plus 10,000. Normally, she wouldn't blush, but there were so many people around. Lin Xian addressed her as his mentor, so it was different. Moreover, Xiao Runing cared too much about the ranking this time. The key point was that this wasn't a martial arts competition. Lin Xian might really have a chance to get first place. But when Xiao Runing saw the 5 of them come out together, she didn't know what to think. She felt lucky and worried. What he was worried about was whether or not the 5 of them would be farming monsters together. If that was the case, the monster crystals wouldn't be enough. She was lucky that if that was the case, then Lin Xian wouldn't be able to get first place, and she, as his girlfriend, wouldn't have to promise him. Xiao Runing walked up, looked at them and asked, "You guys are together?" Ling Ying said, "We didn't go together during the day, but we went together at night." That's not good either. Xiao Runing was a bit worried. If they failed, they would have to wait another 3 years for the next Sky Martial Assembly, and at that time, they might lose their qualifications because of the age limit. Don't worry, Lin Xian killed a group of mysterious heaven realm monsters. Ling Ying whispered in Xiao Runing's ear. Xiao Runing, this, killed a group of mysterious heaven realm monsters? Was this a scam? Fortunately, with Xiao Runing's understanding of Lin Xian would definitely give them monster crystals, otherwise, they wouldn't be together for the latter half of the night. They would definitely enter the top 10. And Lin Xian's 1 point, he might not be able to get first place. If he didn't give them, there was no doubt that he would get first place. Please hand over your interspatial rings, we will put the corresponding identification on them, and then calculate the monster crystals inside. A few staff members came over and said, "Then we have other things in our interspatial rings, we won't lose them, right?" Lin Xian asked. The girls couldn't help but roll their eyes at Lin Xian. This guy was too stingy. There was no need to worry. If the temple couldn't even guarantee this, then it was really too trashy. Don't worry. After that, their space rings were tagged with their respective name tags before being taken away. You guys wait, I have something to do. After that, Lin left. Uncle. Lin Xian then took out his phone and dialed a number. The number you are is currently in a call. Please call. Lin Xian. Damn it. Then, Lin Xian didn't give up and continued to bombard her with calls. After a while, probably because Linglong Shui was annoyed by Lin Xian, she picked up the call. After the call went through, Linglong Shui didn't say anything. Xiao Linglong, are you sleeping? Lin Xian smiled a little embarrassedly. What do you think? Linglong Shui said in a displeased tone. You're an expert of this level, why are you still lazing around in bed? Experts of this level could go years without sleep, but Linglong Shui was gradually getting used to the life of a human. She even felt that it was pretty good, it was just that she was always woken up by Lin Xian. Speak. Linglong Shui said unhappily. No matter who it was, they would not be happy to be disturbed from their sleep. Do me a favor. Every martial artist came out of the heavenly beast forest one by one. They still valued time very much. After all, if they were late by even a minute, no matter how many demon crystals they had, they would still be disqualified. Therefore, they would rather come out early than late. If something happened on the way, they might be delayed. What are you doing? Ling Ying and the others looked at Lin Xian and walked over to ask. Something big. Lin Xian smiled slightly. Not far away, Zhang Tian came out of the heavenly beast forest and exchanged a look with Lin Xian. He didn't come over. So mysterious. Miao Xiaomiao mumbled. Ling Ying roughly knew what Lin Xian was going to do. Qin Xiaotian also came out. Chen Cheng and the others also came out. At 9 o'clock sharp, they gathered together. Everyone's spatial rings had been handed over. Do a head count. 5 minutes later, the head count was completed. No one was missing. This was good news. No one even chose to ask for help. Everyone's luck was pretty good. Of course, their strength was still not bad. Reporting, the head count is complete. A total of 79 people. Qin Feng nodded and looked at everyone. Now, all of your spatial rings, demon crystal storage items, and backpacks are in our hands. Whoever can enter the top 10 will depend on the demon crystals in your spatial rings. Now, we won't do a head count. Next, everyone will go to the same place. We will do a head count one by one and rank you one by one. Now, everyone get on the carriage. This made everyone feel curious, but it was also normal. In the past, it had always been a martial arts competition, and the top 10 would be directly chosen. In front of hundreds of thousands of people, this was the first time another method was used. Everyone guessed that it would be revealed in front of many people. Although the top 10 didn't matter to the others, it didn't matter if no one knew who was in the top 10. As long as they knew, it was fine as long as they had the qualifications to participate in the Heavenly Martial Tournament. But to be honest, normal people would want more people to know. It was a kind of vanity. That's strange. Weren't we supposed to announce the rankings outside the Heavenly Beast Forest and give out the rewards and promotion badges? Why did it change at the last minute? Xiao Runing was also stunned. Ah! Miss Xiao doesn't know? Wang Xintong asked in surprise. Xiao Runing nodded. I guess the 3 big influences changed it at the last minute. It doesn't matter, it's not a big deal. Get on the carriage. The few carriages drove to Tianhua Academy. Tianhua Academy? When they saw the carriages stop at Tianhua Academy, they were all stunned. Were they planning to announce it at Tianhua Academy? Actually, it didn't matter. They just didn't expect that they would announce it at the Sacred Palace's gymnasium. When the students of Tianhua Academy saw the famous experts, the beauties of the 3 big academies, and the strong experts getting off the carriages, they were all shocked. Then, more and more people came. Miss Xiao, go and gather the students. Tianhua Academy and Sky Martial Court. Gather them at the broadcast hall. Chen Yibo said to Xiao Runing. Announce it at the broadcast hall? Why is only Tianhua Academy watching it? Xiao Runing was stunned for a moment. It doesn't matter. It's Commander Qin's idea. Maybe Tianhua Academy is more famous. Ha ha ha, sorry to trouble you. Go ahead. Alright. After that, Xiao Runing went to gather the students at the broadcast hall that could hold 10,000 people. Chapter 468. That's strange. Why would they announce it in our academy's gymnasium? On the way, Ling Ying and the rest walked in while Ling Ying pondered. Because our Tianhua Academy is powerful. Lin Xian grinned. That's impossible. The 3 academies are on par with each other. Normally, they would choose a neutral place that is not in the same league as the 3 academies. Just like the Sacred Palace Gymnasium where we are competing. I really don't understand why they would announce it in our Tianhua Academy. Ling Ying shook his head and said, Who knows? Lin Xian shrugged his shoulders and said with a smile, Forget it. Let's go in first. After that, they entered the backstage area, where the 79 participants of the Sky Martial Assembly were. Most of them were chatting with each other, and then probingly asked each other how many demon crystals they had obtained. Qin Xiaotian didn't find anything wrong. It was the decision of the 3 major powers, so who cares? Lin Xian, on the other hand, was sitting comfortably on a chair. Behind him, Miao Xiaomiao was angrily massaging his shoulders. In Lin Xian's words, he had given Miao Xiaomiao quite a number of demon crystals. It was not too much to ask for her to massage his shoulders. Although Miao Xiaomiao was unwilling, especially in front of so many people, Lin Xian was really too mean. He kept saying that if she did not massage his shoulders, she would be ungrateful. In the end, she could only compromise. She was also very tired. Young Master Lin, you're living quite comfortably. A figure walked over with a smile. It was Chen Cheng. They had some enmity, but it was not a deep hatred. It was more of jealousy. After all, at his hotel, he had seen Lin Xian with two fairy-like female companions. Those two women were the most beautiful and elegant he had ever seen. Before this, he thought that the most beautiful were Han Chushue, Ling Ying, and Xiao Runing. However, after meeting the two of them, he had completely changed his mind. Not only did the two women have good looks, but what attracted him more was their temperament. It was as if he was willing to lick their legs. However, they were related to Lin Xian. However, until now, he didn't think that those two people were definitely Lin Xian's girlfriends or something like that. Maybe they were just friends. No. My life isn't as good as young Master Chen's. Young Master Chen is sitting on a net worth of tens of billions. He eats delicacies every day and has fun everywhere. I can't compare to him. Lin Xian shook his head. The corner of Chen Cheng's mouth twitched uncontrollably. Useful? In front of men, especially men of their age, to be honest, they didn't compare their wealth. Only those in their 30s or 40s would compare their wealth. What were they comparing? Women. That was right. Girlfriend. A beautiful girlfriend. It was true that he, Chen Cheng, was rich. Damn it, it was too easy for him to find a beautiful girlfriend. She was also a beauty. However, beauties were also divided into different levels. Not to mention Ling Ying and the others, they couldn't even compare to the little lowly behind Lin Xian who was massaging his shoulders. Therefore, Lin Xian's words were hurtful to him. He was so rich, yet he couldn't find such a beautiful girlfriend. What was the use? All right, when will young Master Lin bring your other two beautiful girlfriends to my hotel for a meal? It's my treat. Chen Cheng said with a smile. Miao Xiaomiao, who was behind him, pinched Lin Xian but didn't have much of a reaction. She continued to massage his shoulders. Chen Cheng knew that he couldn't do anything to Lin Xian for the time being. However, he could make things difficult for Lin Xian. These beautiful girls might have some relationship with Lin Xian. Although he was unhappy, he felt comfortable if he could make things difficult for Lin Xian. However, when he finished speaking, no matter if it was Ling Ying, Wang Xintong and the others who were chatting, or Miao Xiaomiao, who was massaging Lin Xian's shoulders behind him, they didn't have any reaction. This made Chen Cheng stunned. That shouldn't be the case. Normally, these girls should have some reaction, right? Especially the little lowly who was massaging his shoulders. Shouldn't she have stopped massaging him? However, they didn't seem to hear him. Of course, they heard him. Normally, they would have some reaction. However, they were all very smart. Naturally, they could see that Lin Xian and Chen Cheng didn't get along. They couldn't possibly boost his morale and destroy their own, right? They couldn't possibly let Chen Cheng have his way and make Lin Xian lose face, right? Chen Cheng thought that they didn't hear him, so he raised his voice and said, "Remember to come. However, I really admire young Master Lin. He has two girlfriends who are as beautiful as fairies. Two of them, and yet he doesn't have a fire in his backyard. You're really something. Although I don't want to admit it, this is indeed every man's dream. If there's a chance, let's have a deeper discussion." However, they were still chatting among themselves and didn't pay any attention to him. Is the strength suitable? Miao Xiaomiao asked behind him. Lin Xian nodded. Not bad. However, you've been massaging for quite some time. Tong Tong, come over and help you. Coming. Then, Wang Xintong walked over and massaged Lin Xian's shoulders. No, I'm not tired. I want to do it too. Then, the two beautiful girls behind Lin Xian massaged his shoulders. Chen Cheng was speechless. Were they really not jealous? Or did they really have nothing to do with Lin Xian? But if they didn't have anything to do with Lin Xian, why would they come over and massage his shoulders just because he asked? What the hell? Then, Lin Xian looked up at Chen Cheng and said, "What's so great about me? I don't have much money, I don't have much power. As for girlfriends, they just look at my face. Other than being handsome, I have nothing. What can I do?" Lin Xian shrugged. Chen Cheng's mouth twitched, then he smiled and walked away. He didn't let Lin Xian lose face because of girls. Instead, he made the surrounding men look at Lin Xian with envy and jealousy. 2 girlfriends? Wasn't it because of the 2 behind him? You 2 were so obedient and massaging Lin Xian's shoulders. Oh my God! Was this the life of a god? Wasn't this too abnormal? It was true. Right now, Lin Xian was like a god in everyone's eyes. Which man didn't want to be surrounded by beauties? Which man didn't want to be surrounded by beauties? Which man didn't want to be surrounded by beauties like Ling Ying and Han Chushue? But Lin Xian did it. Some people even wanted to put aside their pride to learn from him. All right. After Chen Cheng left, Miao Xiaomiao huffed angrily, then let go of her hands and sat to the side. Obviously, she was jealous after hearing Chen Cheng's words. Wang Xintong was jealous too, but she was the kind of wife and mother. She continued to massage Lin Xian's shoulders. What? Jealous? Lin Xian looked at Miao Xiaomiao and grinned. Chapter 469. Tisk. Miao Xiaomiao snorted proudly. No, I'm just worried that young Master Lin's body won't be able to take it. Why won't he be able to take it? Lin Xian's lips curled up as he teased despite knowing the answer. Miao Xiaomiao knew that Lin Xian definitely understood the meaning of her words. He was just teasing her, so she snorted proudly and didn't say anything else. You're even teasing Xiaomiao, how shameless. Ling Ying walked over and fiercely glared at Lin Xian as she spoke in a low voice, gnashing her teeth. I didn't. Lin Xian said repeatedly. You know it in your heart. Lin Xian felt a headache coming on. Did you see that? This was the disadvantage of having too many women. If you cared about this, the other would say that you didn't care about her anymore. If you gave one something good, the other would be jealous. If you gave both of them, they would both be jealous. Who could withstand that? Qin Shaotian was paying attention to Lin Xian from afar. Jumping around. How many more days can you jump around? He had just received news that those people from the Evil Fiend Hall had indeed fallen, but they weren't killed by Lin Xian. They had sent people over and found that those people's fatal injuries were caused by demonic beasts. That confirmed that they had indeed met with misfortune because of demonic beasts. Only demonic beasts in the law realm could kill them. Later, they had also found the bodies of demonic beasts in the law realm. They guessed that they had been discovered and killed by the experts of the 3 factions, and it had nothing to do with Lin Xian. Therefore, Qin Shaotian only thought that Lin Xian had survived purely by luck this time. If not for luck, he would have died long ago. Lin Xian also thought the same in his heart. Qin Shaotian, you won't be able to jump around today. At this moment, Xiao Runing walked in. Xiao Runing was extremely famous in Tianhua City. Every student of the 3 major academies knew that there was a beautiful teacher in Tianhua Academy. This news spread from 1 to 10, and from 10 to 100, and from 100 to 100, and not from the 3 major academies. As long as they were in Tianhua City, as long as they paid a little bit of attention, they would know of Xiao Runing. Xiao Runing was even more charismatic than those deans. Everyone, the students outside are all in place. Please reorganize yourselves. In 3 minutes, I will bring you out to officially start the announcement ceremony. All right, Miss Xiao. A few of them shouted in unison. 3 minutes later, Xiao Runing led everyone onto the stage. Whoosh! When they walked out, all the teachers and students of Tianhua Academy burst into thunderous applause. Lin Xian, Lin Xian, Lin Xian. Goddess Ling Ying. Goddess Han Chushue. After all, this was Tianhua Academy's home ground. The ones who shouted the most were of course those from Tianhua Academy. Yi, Lin Xian. In the front seat, Lu Yufan grabbed Yi's hand and pointed excitedly at Lin Xian. I saw him, I saw him. I didn't know that Lin Xian would be able to get first place. But with such a bad person like him, getting into the top 10 shouldn't be a problem. Lu Yufan blinked her big eyes and looked at Lin Xian. In the eyes of girls, the boys they liked were the best. Hence, Lu Yufan had an inexplicable trust in Lin Xian. Yi Yi glanced at the excited Lu Yufan. She was Lu Yufan's best friend. She didn't know when it started, but Lu Yufan's attitude towards Lin Xian had changed drastically. They often talked about Lin Xian. Whenever they encountered any news about Lin Xian, Lu Yufan would always be the first to pay attention to it. Yi naturally understood. Perhaps this was because she liked Lin Xian. But wasn't she the same? When she heard any news about Lin Xian, she would also raise her head to listen. But because of her personality, Lu Yufan could directly go up to them. She mostly listened silently from afar. 79 people stood on the stage. Everyone, please go to the first 2 rows and wait for the results. Zhong Nan was still the host. She said something to the 79 people, and they all sat in the seats that were reserved for them. Lin Xian was flanked by Wang Xintong and Miao Xiaomiao, and Ling Ying and Han Chuxue were seated beside Miao Xiaomiao. On the stage, there were a few tables that were put together. On the tables were various interspatial rings or other spatial spirit tools. Those that didn't have spatial spirit tools were backpacks. Everyone's names were on them. In front of these spatial spirit tools, there was a large table with a few staff members. As for Qin Feng and the rest, they didn't go up on stage. They were also sitting somewhere below. At the back, there was a huge screen. It looked like the kind of screen used in a celebrity concert. It allowed people who were far away to see everything on the stage clearly. At this moment, Zhang Nan held a microphone and said, "Everyone, this year's Qianwu conference is different from the past. You might not be happy with it because you didn't see the top 10 being decided one by one. You also didn't see the footage of everyone fighting. But the times are like this. What you need is not only fighting, not only against human warriors, but also against monstrous beasts. Only by fighting monstrous beasts and surviving in dangerous places can you be considered a true warrior. Therefore, at the request of the Empire, the Qianwu Conference has been completely reformed. But, it doesn't matter if you didn't see the footage. We have specially invited everyone here to witness the top 10 rankings. I believe that everyone will be very interested in this. Although this time it is in Tianhua Academy, we have already started a live broadcast in Tianhua City. The news has already been spread. If you don't know and want to know more, please log on to Abalone TV's Tianhua City section. You will be able to see the live broadcast later. There were still many people paying attention to the Qianwu conference. Most of them were young people. This was because most of the participants of the Qianwu conference were famous young talents or beauties in their respective cities. Moreover, they might also participate in the next Qianwu conference in the future. This was very normal. Therefore, once the live broadcast started, there would be many people watching at the same time. Zhang Nan then continued, "There is a big screen here. On it are the names of the 79 participants. In a while, we will calculate the scores on the spot. The corresponding warrior's score will be displayed on the big screen in real time. At the same time, the rankings will be constantly changing. Finally, after the 79 participants have finished calculating their scores, the top 10 rankings on the big screen will be the top 10 of this year's Qianwu conference." Following which, cheers could be heard from below. I'm so excited. It feels like we are announcing the results of an examination. Wang Xintong patted her chest and took a deep breath as she said this. Lin Xian laughed at her. "Idiot, aren't we just having an examination?" "Oh, yeah." Wang Xintong then stuck out her tongue in embarrassment. "Don't worry, if we don't get into the top 10, then it won't make sense. Relax." Chapter 470. The crowd quieted down when they saw a staff member from the sanctum walk up with an interspatial ring. This interspatial ring is from Heavenly Sun Academy's Wu Hao. The staff member opened the interspatial ring. Of course, no one could see what was inside. All they could do was take out all the demon crystals and place them on the table. Everyone looked at the screen and saw the results clearly. A total of 21 demon crystals. 3 Mystic Heaven Realm, 8 Arcane Body Realm, and 10 Spirit Condensation Realm. A total of 410 points. Currently ranked first. On the big screen, Wu Hao was ranked first with 410 points. However, it did not mean that he was first. He was the first to announce his score. Since the next person's score was higher than his, he was ranked second. The final ranking would only be revealed after everyone had announced their scores. Second place, Zhang Xiaoyun. 38 Demon Crystals, 15 Qi Building Realm, 10 Spirit Condensation Realm, and 13 Arcane Body Realm. A total of 375 points. Currently ranked second. Next, Chen Xiaoyun. A total of 444 points. Wang Meng. A total of 397 points. Needless to say, this feeling was quite exciting, especially for the person involved. What was this feeling similar to? During the final exam, the teacher would read out the scores one by one with a stack of test papers. That's right, this was the feeling. But for the tens of thousands of students who had nothing to do with all this, it was also quite exciting. Especially when they looked at the rankings. The rankings of the warriors they were looking forward to were not even announced yet. This feeling of anticipation was still very strong. Zhang Tian. 60 Demon Crystals. 10 Mystic Heaven Realm, 30 Arcane Body Realm, 10 Spirit Condensation Realm, and 10 Qi Building Realm. A total of 1210 points. Whoosh, when the scores were announced, the crowd was in an uproar. Damn! Zhang Tian is indeed Zhang Tian. He's already in the top 10. His score is more than double that of the person in second place. He's indeed an expert who can compete with our Sky Martial Court's Qin Xiaotian. Amazing. Not necessarily. To be honest, there should be more than a dozen people who are on par with Zhang Tian. He might not even be in the top 10. Zhang Tian did not even care about his score and ranking anymore. He cared more about other things. Compared to being in the top 10 of the Qianwu conference, this was something he wanted to do more. He glanced at Lin Xian, who was not far away. He said that everything was under his control, and Zhang Tian believed him. Chen Cheng, 58 Demon Crystals, 12 Profound Heaven Realm, 25 Arcane Body Realm, 10 Spirit Focus Realm, 11 Qi Building Realm Demon Crystals, total 1,211 points. Whoosh! This was followed by another round of exclamations. Sure enough, there is still a gap between martial artists. Those who are more famous are still powerful. Even if they are about the same level as those who are not that famous, their scores are still crushing. Wow! How infuriating! This Chen Cheng was 1 point taller than Zhang Tian. What kind of melodramatic plot would happen in this round? Missing the top 10 by just 1 point? Young Master Zhang, thanks for letting me win. The two of them happened to be not far from each other. Chen Cheng cupped his fist towards Zhang Tian and said. Zhang Tian nodded. Thanks for letting me win. How many do we have? Lin Xian asked Miao Xiaomiao, who was beside him. Basically, as long as they could surpass these two, the top 10 would be secured. Let me think. Miao Xiaomiao tilted her head and giggled as she thought for a moment. Then, she shook her head. Hens. Lin Xian. Wang Xintong, who was beside him, said, Everyone's score is about the same. I've done some calculations. It seems like our score is indeed much higher than theirs. Lin Xian nodded. Following that, the scores were announced one by one. However, before the scores of the famous experts were announced, Chen Cheng and Zhang Tian were always in the top 2. Qin Xiaotian, 75 Demon Crystals, 15 Mystic Heaven Realm, 30 Arcane Body Realm, and 30 Spirit Focus Realm. Total of 1,650 points. When Qin Xiaotian's score was announced, the crowd could not help but exclaim, F***CK. As expected of Qin Xiaotian. He actually scored more than 400 points higher than Chen Cheng and the others. Amazing. As expected of an expert from our Sky Martial Court. Qin Xiaotian, we love you. A group of infatuated women screamed. Qin Shaotian loved the feeling of being praised by the crowd and becoming the main character. He stood up politely and bowed to the crowd before sitting down. He looked like a gentleman. So high! Wang Xintong exclaimed. She did not know about the grudge between Lin Xian and Qin Shaotian. Otherwise, she would not have said it out loud. What about us? Wang Xintong thought for a moment before she said, I think we're higher than him. This was because they had too many demon crystals in the Mystic Heaven realm. Lin Xian alone had obtained 45 Mystic Heaven realm demon crystals. This did not include the Arcane Body realm demon crystals. It was impossible for Han Chuxue and the others to have fewer demon crystals than Qin Shaotian. Although it was true that they were together later, they still split up to farm monsters. However, with Lin Xian around, it was not a problem at all. Since Lin Xian and the others were the first to turn in their interspatial rings, they might be the last to be announced. At this moment, the top 10 all had more than 1,000 points. Qin Shaotian was in first place, more than 400 points ahead of Chen Cheng in second place. Right now, everyone was looking forward to Lin Xian and the others the most. Up until now, none of them had been broadcasted. There were already more than 60 people who had been broadcasted. Miao Xiao Miao, 70 Demon Crystals, 20 Mystic Heaven Realm, 40 Arcane Body Realm, 10 Spirit Focus Realm, a total of 1,900 points. Hua, this time, the uproar was even more intense. What the hell? She surpassed Qin Shaotian by more than 200 points? Who is this Miao Xiao Miao? I've never heard of this name. How can she surpass Qin Shaotian by so much? Also, she killed 20 Mystic Heaven Realm Demon Crystals, 5 more than Qin Shaotian. It's the little lowly beside Lin Xian. Everyone looked at Miao Xiao Miao. The little girl's face was slightly red, but she was still as proud as ever. She could not lower her head and be shy. Sister Chanqian and Grandpa must be watching the broadcast. The smile on Qin Shaotian's face froze. He looked at Miao Xiao Miao in the distance and clenched his fists slightly. Originally, the only opponents that could catch his attention were Ling Ying and Han Chuxue. He really did not care about the others. He knew that something had happened to Han Chuxue recently, so Han Chuxue was eliminated. It was impossible for her to surpass him. Therefore, only Ling Ying could compete with him for first place. He would be in second place again. However, he never would have thought that a little lowly whose score was higher than his would suddenly appear out of nowhere. Where did this little lowly come from? She knew Lin Xian. Lin Xian nodded slightly. Everyone's points were about the same, so the top 10 were all in the bag. Qin Shaotian? What was that? Chapter 471. Many people were shocked. Killing 20 mysterious heaven realm monstrous beasts was an exaggeration. Killing 15 was already the pinnacle. But it had happened. Wang Xintong, 75 demon crystals, 15 mysterious heaven realm, 50 mysterious body realm, 10 soul congealing realm, a total of 1,850 points. Wow, this should be the biggest shock of them all. Wang Xintong was very famous in Tianhua Academy. After all, she was one of the school beauties. Basically everyone knew her, and this was Tianhua Academy's home ground. Everyone knew her strength. In the intermediate class, she had not appeared in Tianhua Academy for a period of time. Who would have thought that after not seeing her for a period of time, she would have such results? The number of mysterious heaven realm monstrous beasts killed was the same as Qin Shaotian's, and her total score was above Qin Shaotian's. It really shocked everyone. Wang Xintong was a little embarrassed. After all, she knew that based on her own strength, her total score would probably only be above 1,000 points. The top 10 was difficult. Lin Xian, it must be Lin Xian and the rest who helped her. Otherwise, it's impossible. But even Lin Xian can't help her so much, right? Lin Xian's own ranking in the top 10 isn't too stable, right? Maybe her cultivation level has increased a lot in this period of time. It's really too exaggerated. Qin Shaotian secretly clenched his fists. Why? Although it was safe for him to be in the top 10, he had already been surpassed by two people who could not possibly surpass him. He felt very unbalanced. In his opinion, Wang Xintong definitely did not have the strength to enter the top 10. But how could she kill so many monstrous beasts? Lin Xian helped. Qin Xiaotian could only think of this possibility. But why did Lin Xian have the strength to help her? Why? Ling Ying, 85 demon crystals, 25 mysterious heaven realm, 40 mysterious body realm, 20 soul congealing realm, a total of 2,250 points. Wow! Another exclamation. Actually, Ling Ying's high score was within everyone's expectations. But wasn't it a little too exaggerated to have such a high score? Han Chuxue, 80 monster crystals, 25 profound heaven realm, 50 arcane body realm, and 5 spirit focus realm. Total 2,300. Everyone was in an uproar. But that was normal. But the score was too high. Now, everyone was looking forward to Lin Xian's score. Last one, Lin Xian. Everyone turned their attention to the stage. 40 demon crystals in total. When they heard that Lin Xian only had 40 pills, they were stunned. That's impossible, right? 5 profound heaven realm demon crystals, 20 profound body realm demon crystals, 10 divine focus realm demon crystals. Before he could finish his sentence, everyone was stunned. That's not right. With Lin Xian's strength, it's impossible for him to have so few people, right? Or did he just give up and give his demon crystals to Wang Xintong and the others? That's not right. They're so many points higher than Lin Xian. Lin Xian should be able to enter the top 10, right? Zhong Nan was stunned for a moment, then continued. 4. Thunder Tribulation Realm Demon Crystals. Everyone. What the F***CK? Thunder Tribulation Realm Demon Crystals? 4 of them? Don't tell me Lin Xian killed 4 Thunder Tribulation Realm Demons? How is that possible? Has Lin Xian reached the Thunder Tribulation Realm? Impossible. What realm was he at before? No wonder, no wonder. Qin Xiaotian frowned and clenched his fists. Thunder Tribulation Realm? Lin Xian killed a Thunder Tribulation Realm demon? The more he thought about it, the more impossible it was. 1 Law Realm Demon Crystal. Zhong Nan was even stunned when he saw the grade of the demon crystal. Law Realm? Is this a joke? Everyone was in an uproar. Their faces were full of disbelief. If it was the Thunder Tribulation Realm, there might be a slight possibility. But Law Realm? Damn it! What? Qin Xiaotian couldn't help but stand up. Then, he realized that he had lost his composure and quickly sat down. Law Realm? Impossible. Wait a minute. Qin Xiaotian suddenly thought that those people from the evil fiend temple might have died at the hands of Law Realm demon beasts. Then, in their battle, the demon beasts might also be seriously injured. Would Lin Xian have a chance to finish them off? Very likely. Damn it. Qin Xiaotian clenched his fists tightly. Xiao Runing was also shocked. Thunder Tribulation Realm? Law Realm? It's over. Was she going to become Lin Xian's girlfriend? F***CK. But how did he do it? Xiao Runing was really curious. This Lin Xian was really not simple. Zhong Nan coughed dryly and said, Air. Originally, it was impossible to kill demon crystals at the Lightning Tribulation Realm and the Law Realm, so we didn't divide them into points. However, since they've appeared, then they would definitely be divided into points. President Zhang, is there a mistake? Forget about the Thunder Tribulation Realm, but the Law Realm? How could Lin Xian kill a Law Realm demon beast? I suspect that he secretly brought the demon crystals in ahead of time. Otherwise, it's impossible to kill it. Chen Cheng did not dare to believe it. Although it had nothing to do with him being in the top 10 and he would not be pushed down, someone had to voice their suspicions, right? That's right, that's right. We don't believe it either. With Chen Cheng taking the lead, everyone clamored. This was already within Lin Xian's expectations, but he did not panic. Are you suspecting that our three factions did not investigate carefully, or are you saying that our three factions are covering up? Zhang Nan said coldly. Qin Xiaotian did not say anything because he felt guilty. He felt that Lin Xian's demon crystals might really have been killed by Lin Xian after those demon beasts were seriously injured in the fierce battle with the people from the evil fiend temple. Chen Cheng hurriedly said, "Of course not. It's just that we don't believe that Lin Xian has the power to kill Thunder Tribulation Realm and Law Realm demon beasts. So, I hope that he can show this ability. Otherwise, everyone will not be convinced." That's right. Everyone chimed in, especially the people from the other two academies. Lin Xian stood up, looked at Chen Cheng, and laughed. When cultivators are outside, life and death are up to fate. There are many special ways to kill Thunder Tribulation Realm and Law Realm demons. Although the chances are slim, they still exist. That's all I can say. Humph. Of course, I know that, but I don't believe that you killed 4 Thunder Tribulation Realm demons and 1 Law Realm demon beast. If there was only 1 Thunder Tribulation Realm demon beast, I might believe it, but 2? I don't believe it. Chen Cheng snorted coldly. Then, he continued, "It's very simple. When we competed previously, you released the spatial attribute on me. I felt your realm. It was around 3 or 4 stars of the Mystic Heaven realm. If you really killed so many demon beasts, you should be at least 10 stars of the Mystic Heaven realm now, right? It's even possible that you're in the Thunder Tribulation realm. If you can release the power of that realm, I'll believe you. How about it? What do you think, everyone?" That's right, that's right. Everyone chimed in. This was really too impossible. Chen Cheng really did not believe it. He was more inclined to believe that Lin Xian had secretly brought the demon crystals in through some method. Damn it! Damn it! Lu Yufan was so angry that he was about to go crazy. Lin Xian laughed. "A cultivator's realm is confidential. I think I have the right to keep my realm a secret, right? Ha ha ha. You just don't dare. You're just guilty." Chen Qing laughed. Chapter 472. Chen Cheng pointed at Lin Xian and laughed out loud. Qin Xiaotian could not help but smile as well. It was true. Lin Xian not daring to reveal his cultivation level meant that he had a guilty conscience. In the eyes of the crowd, that was the case. Although Qin Xiaotian felt that there was a possibility that Lin Xian had killed someone in the Law Realm, seeing that Lin Xian had a guilty conscience, he felt that the possibility was not high. Could it be that the people from the Evil Fiend Hall had perished together with the monstrous beasts, and Lin Xian had only gone over to pick up the loose ends? That was also possible. In a battle between existences of that level, the monstrous beasts were very strong. Ordinary humans would find it difficult to escape if they could not escape. If they could not escape, then the possibility of them perishing together was very high. Many people laughed along with Chen Cheng, and many people even began to discuss among themselves. That's right. The main thing was that it was impossible for Lin Xian to kill someone in the Thunder Calamity Realm and Law Realm. Unless Lin Xian could either show that he had the ability to kill someone in this realm, or show that his cultivation level had increased explosively. However, there were of course some people present who believed in Lin Xian. However, they were Lin Xian's friends, girlfriend, Lu Yufan, and the others. As for the others, even the people from Tianhua Academy did not believe it. Wasn't this just a fantasy? Even warriors with very low cultivation levels knew that this was impossible. Lin Xian, however, was indifferent. "I have a guilty conscience?" Lin Xian rubbed his chin and muttered to himself. "That's right. You have a guilty conscience. Then do you think I'm a fool? If I can't do something, and I know that it will arouse suspicion, why would I take it out?" "All right, stop arguing," Zhongnan said. Then, she picked up a few pieces of demon crystals and said, "These demon crystals can be used to tell the time. In the deepest part of the demon crystals, there is still a trace of heat. This proves that the monstrous beasts have been dead for less than 24 hours. To be more precise, it should be less than 12 hours. Then, she looked at Chen Cheng and said, you should be able to sense it too. If you don't believe me, you can come up and feel it too. She then looked at the crowd and said, there are many ways for martial artists to kill demonic beasts. What we don't know doesn't necessarily mean that it doesn't exist. Furthermore, Lin Xian is right. Martial artists have the right to keep their secrets, but Zhang Nan looked at Lin Xian and said, I believe you. Even though the possibility is very small, I believe that the experts of the three great powers believe you as well. However, you really have to provide some evidence that can convince us and shut everyone up. Chen Cheng then hurriedly ran up the stage to sense it. How is this possible? Indeed, he could roughly sense that these demonic beasts had been dead for no more than 24 hours. During this period of time, they were in the heavenly demonic beast forest. In other words, did they really die at the hands of Lin Xian? Even if it wasn't, the demon crystal was still his. What do you think? The crowd below asked. Although Chen Chang was unwilling, he still said, this is indeed a demon crystal of a demon beast that died within 24 hours. Then, Chen Chang still looked at Lin Xian unwillingly and said, however, President Zhang is right. You have to show us something to convince us. Lin Xian then said with a smile, it's simple. Do you still remember the Heaven's Wrath Needle? Chen Cheng suddenly frowned. Of course, he knew about the Heaven's Wrath Needle. In fact, there were many people who knew about it. This was because he had demonstrated it at the auction and shocked everyone. He had even bought the Heaven's Wrath Needle. What? Are you going to say that you used the Heaven's Wrath Needle to kill the demonic beasts? Ha ha ha. I know about the Heaven's Wrath Needle. I have it. That's because I spent 110 million to buy it. It does have the power to instantly kill a Law Realm expert. However, why do you have it? Chen Cheng laughed loudly. What? The Heaven's Wrath Needle? Everyone looked at each other. The Heaven's Wrath Needle had caused a huge commotion. After the auction ended, word of it spread. Everyone knew that there was something called the Heaven's Wrath Needle and what kind of power it had. However, how many demonic beasts did Lin Xian kill with the Heaven's Wrath Needle? Chen Cheng was right. Why did he have it? According to the news, there was only one Heaven's Wrath Needle left. At that time, there were two. One was used on the spot, and in the end, the last one was auctioned off. Lin Xian killed 4 Lightning Tribulation Realm experts and 1 Law Realm expert. How could he get 5 Heaven's Wrath Needles? How was that possible? Lin Xian looked at Chen Cheng, then sneered and said, because I was the one who took out your Heaven's Wrath Needle to auction. Chen Cheng's pupils constricted. Ha ha ha. Lin Xian, oh Lin Xian, I beg you, stop pretending. Chen Cheng could not help but laugh. You don't believe me? President Zhang, you should be able to testify for me, right? Lin Xian glanced at Zhang Chongtian, who was sitting not far away. As the president of the Bounty Hunter Guild, Zhang Chongtian naturally participated in this protection operation. Zhang Chongtian stood up. Everyone's gaze converged on him. Zhang Chongtian then slowly said, that's right, I'm the president of Tianhua City's Bounty Hunter Guild. At that time, the auction was held by my Bounty Hunter Guild. The Heaven's Wrath Needle was also auctioned off by our young friend Lin Xian. At that time, he gave us 2 and agreed to use one as a cover. I think, for such a powerful spiritual artifact, since he agreed to use one of them as a demonstration, then in his eyes, the Heaven's Wrath Needle should not be that precious. So, I actually believe it. With Zhang Chongtian's words, everyone had to believe it even if they did not. Chen Cheng's expression did not look too good. The feeling of being slapped in the face in public was naturally not good. But could he blame others? Wasn't he the one who stood up and picked it up? However, he did not expect that the Heaven's Wrath Needle was actually auctioned off by Lin Xian. What he did not expect was that the Heaven's Wrath Needle might not have such a high price. At that time, it was Lin Xian who raised the price with him. What about now? Lin Xian glanced at Chen Cheng, then swept his gaze across everyone. No one spoke, because they were too shocked. What kind of demon was this Lin Xian? How could he have so many spiritual artifacts of that level? That was an existence that could kill a law realm cultivator. Qin Shaotian also understood something. Could it be that when he sent people to Lin Xian's house and failed one after another, it was all because of the Heaven's Wrath Needle? Chen Cheng walked down resentfully. Then, Lin Xian said, I think, even if it's killed with a spiritual artifact, it's also a manifestation of strength, right? Just as I said, luck is also a manifestation of strength. Everyone was speechless. Although they wanted to refute, they felt that they could not. Yes, you can also use the Heaven's Wrath Needle to kill demonic beasts, but you don't have it. Who asked Lin Xian to have it? Zhang Nan then said, That's right. Moreover, it's extremely difficult to use a spiritual artifact to kill a law realm cultivator with the power of a mystic heaven realm cultivator. Moreover, it's possible that a law realm cultivator will be killed by a demonic beast before they can even release it. Just the aura of a law realm cultivator is enough to crush a mystic heaven realm cultivator. So, do you have any objections? Chapter 473. It was true that killing demonic beasts with a spirit weapon was not very convincing, but they also wanted to do so, but they didn't, so what could they do? Zhang Nan then said, So, there's basically no objection to the first place of this Qianwu tournament. Following that, Lin Xian's name appeared in the first place of the Qianwu tournament. As for his points, it wasn't shown, because it didn't have much meaning to show it. Killing 4 lightning tribulation realms, 1 law realm, and other demonic crystals, it would be strange if there was any objection to the first place. In the final rankings, Lin Xian, Han Chuxue, Ling Ying, Miao Xiaomiao, and Wang Xintong occupied the first 5 spots. Lin Xian originally thought that it would be fine if everyone entered the top 10, but who would have thought that they would occupy the top 5 spots? Then, it was Qin Shaotian and the others. Now that the top 10 are out, is there anyone else who has any objections? Zhang Nan asked everyone, and no one raised any objections. Xiao Runing secretly touched her forehead. This Lin Xian really got first place. What should she do? What should she do? There were really people who were happy and people who were worried. Okay, if there are no objections, the 10 of you can come up to the stage to receive your rewards. Yo! Miao Xiaomiao ran up happily, and the others followed closely behind. Qin Feng personally walked out and handed out badges one by one to each of them. This badge will be the symbol of your identity when you participate in the Qianwu tournament of the 5 great empires in the future. At the same time, your names will be recorded in the database, so it's best if you don't lose your badges. It will take a lot of your time and energy to make up for it. Qin Feng looked at them and said, Thank you. There are 10 rewards on the big screen, and the worst is an Earth Stage 1-star martial skill, including spirit weapons and various types of martial skills. These are your rewards, and the higher your rank, the first to choose the reward you want. Qin Feng said. Lin Xian glanced at it. The highest was an Earth Stage 7-star martial skill. There was also a description of lightning-attributed martial skills, similar to the 5 Thunder constellation, so Lin Xian didn't need it. A martial skill that was similar to the 5 Thunder constellation was really useless. At most, he could use the 5 Thunder constellation twice. It was better than using it once, right? Therefore, Lin Xian didn't want anything. As for the spirit artifact, he really didn't want it. Therefore, he had to think for others. Coincidentally, there were 2 martial skills here. One was an Earth-class 5-star light attribute martial skill, while the other was an Earth-class 4-star water attribute martial skill. Following which, Lin Xian chose the light attribute martial skill, Light Energy Explosion. To tell the truth, a light attribute 5-star Earth rank martial skill was still rarer than a lightning attribute 8-star Earth rank martial skill. When the others saw that Lin Xian had chosen a light attribute martial skill that had nothing to do with him, they were also slightly stunned. As for Wang Xintong, of course, she chose a water attribute martial skill. After everyone had chosen their rewards, Qin Feng said, Everyone, don't leave yet. There's something I want to show you. The 10 of you can sit down first. Yes. Following which, they walked down. Here. Lin Xian handed the Light Energy Explosion book to Wang Xintong. Ah! Wang Xintong was stunned for a moment. This is for you. Now that you have 2 light attribute and water attribute martial skills, Uncle Qin will give you some more. You shouldn't be lacking martial skills for the time being, take it. Wang Xintong bit her red lips and took it. Thank you. She wasn't pretentious. In fact, when Lin Xian chose the light attribute martial skill, she felt that he had chosen it for her, but she didn't expect it to be true. Of course, she was very, very touched in her heart. It's like this, isn't it? I've already told you, why are you still saying thank you to me? Wash yourself clean and wait for me in bed at night. That's the best way to thank me. Lin Xian laughed softly in her ear. Wang Xintong's little face immediately turned red. Lin Xian was joking, but she took it seriously. Ding! Feeling jealousy from Miao Xiao Miao. Scumbag value plus 20,000. Hooligan! Miao Xiao Miao, who was not far away, grumbled angrily. Although she didn't know what Lin Xian and Wang Xintong had said, she saw Wang Xintong's suddenly red face and knew that they must have said something disgusting. Lin Xian coughed dryly and didn't refute. He only touched the tip of his nose awkwardly. Because the day's highlight was about to begin. Everyone thought that the highlight of the day would be the award ceremony and the announcement of the rankings, but that wasn't the case. The real highlight of the day was about to begin. It was believed that there were still many people watching the live broadcast in the entire Tianhua city, not just the tens of thousands of people in the Tianhua Academy Sports Hall. This was what Lin Xian wanted. The live broadcast at Tianhua Academy was his request. Qin Feng had agreed to his request, because it was a small matter. And the reason why Qin Feng had agreed was because he already knew. The announcement of the rankings had come to an end. Many people were curious. What else was so important? When Lin Xian and the rest sat down, click, the lights in the entire hall dimmed and the big screen lit up. Everyone's attention was, of course, on the huge screen. A video slowly lit up. At first, everyone thought that it was a movie, but that wasn't right. This was clearly not the quality of a movie. On the screen, a masked figure was absorbing the power of a warrior. Many people were confused, but many people understood. Is this a short video or a movie? This person seems to be absorbing the power of a warrior? Isn't that an evil technique? Nonsense. Could this be a member of the evil fiend shrine? At this moment, Qin Xiaotian's body suddenly trembled and his pupils shrank. Of course, he knew who this masked person was. Gulp, he swallowed a mouthful of saliva. Immediately after, the video changed to the next one. This video was obtained from Chu Haohen's phone by Lin Xian. It was a video of entering and exiting his building. After a figure entered, the video was fast-forwarded. Soon, a blue light flashed in a dark room on the second floor. Those who were attentive would realize that this blue light was the same as the one in the first video. Soon, a figure ran out of the building. He seemed to be in a panic, and the video captured him running away. Qin Xiaotian. It's Qin Xiaotian. Someone suddenly shouted out. They didn't know what was going on. But looking at Qin Xiaotian's expression in the video, they knew that he was doing something bad. In an instant, everyone's eyes fell on Qin Xiaotian. Qin Xiaotian's back was already drenched in sweat. What is the meaning of this? Qin Xiaotian stood up angrily and reprimanded. Lin Xian's lips curled up slightly. Isn't this your home? Ling Ying and Lu Yufan, who had been to Lin Xian's previous home, recognized it. Lin Xian nodded slightly. Ling Ying understood something. Chapter 474. Facing Qin Xiaotian's angry accusation, the crowd did not react much because no one knew what was going on. Only Lin Xian and Qin Feng knew what was going on. At this time, Lin Xian stood up and walked to the stage. Facing Qin Xiaotian, the corners of his mouth rose slightly. What do you mean? Does young Master Qin not know what I mean? Qin Xiaotian frowned and subconsciously wiped the sweat on his forehead. It's not the end yet, I still have a chance. He comforted himself like that. This is just a video. I went to a friend's house a few years ago. What's wrong? Qin Xiaotian defended himself. Everyone else was shocked. Lin Xian sneered. Everyone, in the second video, this building, including a few minutes later, this apartment on the second floor is flashing blue light. This is my house. The crowd was in an uproar. At this moment, Linya had been watching the live broadcast in her office. She was overjoyed when she saw Lin Xian get first place, but she kept watching until now. Lin Xian pointed at Qin Xiaotian and then said to the crowd, I believe that many of you can see that in the first video, the black-clothed man is absorbing the cold energy of a martial artist's body. You can also see something from the surrounding ice. Let me remind you that this is a real video. Of course, you can't see anything from it, so just pay attention to it. 3 years ago, on the night of the second video, those who know should know that I was just a piece of trash at that time. Qin Xiaotian broke into my house and killed me. No, to be precise, he thought that I killed him, but in fact, I didn't die. Later, he used the secret method in the first video to take away my sister's special cold body. From then on, he began to change and became a so-called genius. Wow, the crowd was in an uproar again. He did not know if it was true or not, but this melon seemed to be quite exciting. Xiao Runing frowned slightly. Those who were related to Lin Xian, such as Ling Ying, Han Chuxue, Lu Yufan, Yi Yi, Miao Xiao Miao, Wang Xintong, and the others, were all confused. Ling Ying was still okay. She probably knew something. Ha ha ha. At this moment, Qin Xiaotian laughed loudly. Interesting, Lin Xian. This gift is really good. This story is also quite interesting. I don't get along well with you, but it's not enough for you to frame me like this, right? Lin Xian's lips curled. You should know best whether I frame you or not. Okay, where's the evidence? Although Qin Xiaotian didn't panic on the surface, he was actually panicking. However, he couldn't show it. He couldn't possibly self-destruct, right? He was pretty sure that Lin Xian didn't have any evidence. He reckoned that Lin Xian was just bluffing. Therefore, he couldn't just run away. That would be self-destructing. Don't panic. Lin Xian's lips curled up slightly again. At this moment, Lin Ya's frown deepened as she watched. Was Lin Xian telling the truth? Did something like this really happen in her family before? But Lin Xian could not be joking. Some people felt that the award ceremony was over and there was nothing more to watch. They were about to turn off the live stream when they saw this scene. Their interest was piqued. Young Master Qin, don't panic. Watch the next one. Then, the video went to the next one. This video was taken by Zhang Tian. It was Qin Xiaotian absorbing the cold energy of a monster in deep cold valley. When Qin Xiaotian saw this video, he was shocked. When was this taken? Young Master Qin, what are you doing in this video? Everyone was in an uproar when they saw the video. Isn't this the power released by the masked man in black in the first video? It looks like it, right? The light is the same, and it's frozen. It looks like he's really absorbing the cold energy. F***CK. Could the person in the first video be Qin Xiaotian? Is what Lin Xian said true? Qin Xiaotian's face stiffened. I'm of the ice attribute. The ice attribute can absorb some ice attribute monster's energy. Why? Is it against the law? Is it wrong? Lin Xian laughed and said, then why can't other ice attribute martial artists do the same? But you can? Then why is the power in this video so similar to the first video? Can I think of it this way? The reason why you can absorb the cold energy from the demonic beasts is because you practice a special cultivation technique. Of course, if you absorb the cold energy from the demonic beasts, I won't define it as an evil cultivation technique. But can I interpret it as your martial technique being the same as the black-clothed man in the first video? Can I think of it as you being the man in black? Or have you killed many humans like this before? Hearing Lin Xian's words, everyone was in an uproar again. Qin Xiaotian laughed and said, if you want to frame me, you can say whatever you want. You can say that I've done something to your sister, or you can say that I've done something to other martial artists with this technique. Where's the evidence? Also, yes, I have this technique, but I don't know if it's the same as the one in the first video. I've only ever absorbed the cold energy of a monster. A straight foot is not afraid of a crooked shadow. What evidence do you have? And yes, there were many things that pointed to Qin Xiaotian, but there was no evidence. Lin Xian's mouth curled up again. Don't worry, there's more. Qin Xiaotian's heart skipped a beat. How could it be? Then the next video. No, to be precise, this was a photo. Qin Xiaotian saw this photo and his heart skipped a beat again, but he was very calm. Because he knew very well that there was no evidence. The girl in this photo is my friend's sister. Some of you might know that her name is Zhang Ai. At this time, Zhang Tian walked out and walked to Lin Xian's side. Everyone looked at Zhang Tian. It's Zhang Tian. Zhang Ai is Zhang Tian's sister. I know, but she died outside 2 years ago. F***ck. Could it be that Qin Xiaotian did it? No, I can't say that. The main thing is to look at the evidence. Seeing Zhang Tian, Qin Xiaotian frowned. Of course, he knew that Zhang Ai was Zhang Tian's sister. The two of them actually walked together. However, without evidence, everything was futile. Everyone was paying attention to this matter. At first, everyone thought that it was some kind of farce, but as it gradually evolved, they realized that this was not a farce. All of this seemed to be true. Not many people spoke. Perhaps other than F***ck, they could not say anything else. Zhang Tian pointed angrily at Qin Xiaotian below and then said angrily, 2 years ago, my sister passed away. The cause of her death was that her heart meridian was broken by a palm strike. But she was an ice attribute genius when she was alive. On the night she disappeared, she personally told me that she was attending a party with some friends. Among them, Qin Xiaotian was at this party. Ha, what? You're blaming this on me? Qin Xiaotian laughed. Chapter 475. F***CKU. Don't interrupt me when I'm talking. Zhang Tian glared at Qin Xiaotian with bloodshot eyes. Qin Xiaotian clenched his fists tightly. He swore that he really wanted to kill Zhang Tian with his own hands. However, his rationality prevailed and he held himself back. Zhang Tian also held back his emotions and continued, I took the video of Deep Cold Valley. The first video was also taken by me. The reason why I took it was because Qin Xiaotian was the murderer who killed my sister. Everyone was dumbfounded. Previously, it was only Lin Xian, and now there was Zhang Tian. Could it all be true? Zhang Tian pointed at the photo and said, this was taken when I found my sister. There was a word and a half in front of her name. She passed away before she could finish writing it. This word and a half is the half of Qin Xiaotian's name and the half of Xiao. Everyone took a closer look. F***ck. It's true. Qin Xiaotian was not an ordinary person. He could still maintain his composure under such circumstances. So what? It's still just your pompous words. Moreover, the words on the photo are not finished. But is it really my name, Qin Xiaotian? Qin Xiaotian thought. Second, even if it is, what evidence do you have to prove that you and Lin Xian are not framing me? Could it be that you wrote it yourself? Where's the evidence? Originally, when they heard Lin Xian and Zhang Tian's generous words, many people really believed them. However, when it came to Qin Xiaotian, everyone was skeptical. That's right. Where's the evidence? What Qin Xiaotian said was right. Although the photo and Zhang Tian's words basically confirmed that the half-name was Qin Xiaotian's, they could not rule out the possibility that he wrote it himself to frame Qin Xiaotian. So, where's the evidence? That's right. If there was direct evidence, then everything could be connected. However, no matter what they said, without any evidence, everything was useless. Pfft. Qin Xiaotian sneered. Lin Xian, Zhang Tian, I do have some connections with the two of you. However, isn't it a little unreasonable for the two of you to plot against me and plot against me? Who's the one with the darker heart? Ha ha ha. Lin Xian couldn't help but laugh. Young Master Qin, don't be anxious. We are all well aware of it, but not everyone. So let's take it slow and let everyone know little by little. Then I will release the evidence. How about it? Everyone focused their attention, afraid that they would miss out on even the slightest thing. How famous was Qin Xiaotian? However, according to Lin Xian and Zhang Tianji, he was actually not a good person. This completely overturned Qin Xiaotian's image, so they were all waiting for the real outcome. Qin Xiaotian frowned. No. If Lin Xian didn't have any real evidence, would he dare to say that? But how could he have direct evidence? But if he didn't, why would he say it out loud? Or was he really just trying to trick him? Qin Xiaotian wasn't sure, but he couldn't run away before the evidence appeared. That would be self-destruction. Lin Xian slowly paced around and continued, "During this period of time, I often suffered assassinations from the evil fiend palace. Experts, all kinds of experts, from the profound heaven realm to the thunder tribulation realm, and even the law realm. The reason why I was able to survive was mainly because of my spatial attribute and the help of a few powerful friends. Of course, there's also the heaven's punishment needle." Xiao Runing frowned slightly. She knew that Lin Xian and Linya had moved into Ling Ying's house because they had experienced assassinations. However, she didn't expect that there would be assassinations of this level. Then, if what Lin Xian said was true, Xiao Runing could conclude that it was Qin Xiaotian's doing. Otherwise, Lin Xian wouldn't have said these words at this time. Qin Xiaotian was related to the evil fiend palace. What? Are you going to put the blame of the assassination on my head too? Qin Xiaotian sneered. Of course, but for now, I just want to let everyone know what you've done. The reason why you want to kill me is very simple, because I know what kind of person he is. I know what kind of disgusting person he is under his mask. Back then, he didn't kill me, and I came back to life. In order to save my life, I pretended to be crazy and acted like I lost my memories. Perhaps those people who knew me in the past can also remember. I worked hard to improve myself so that I could have the strength to fight against him. At least, I didn't dare to fight back. Until now. Lin Xian said. Again, where's the evidence? Everyone was watching their confrontation. Everyone was waiting for evidence. Fine. Since you've always wanted evidence, I'll satisfy you. Those seniors of the three major forces who are streaming, please aim at the big screen. Don't miss it for a moment. Lin Xian's lips curled up, and then he snapped his fingers. Qin Xiaotian's heart suddenly thumped. Was there really evidence? When the video played for the first second, he was stunned when he saw this space. Wasn't this the house he rented? The video was very clear. Sister Qianqian. When Miao Xiao Miao saw Wang Qianqian, she couldn't help but exclaim. That's right, the person lying on the bed was Wang Qianqian. Qin Xiaotian was in despair. He really thought that the possibility of this scene being filmed was too small, but it happened. Everyone watched the scene in the video with their mouths agape. Was this not evidence? There was even Qin Xiaotian muttering to himself. Even his muttering included his hatred for Lin Xian. The entire Tianhua city was in an uproar. F***CK. So the expert that I've always admired is actually a beast. This hypocritical mask is so F***king disgusting. In other words, everything that Lin Xian and Zhang Tian said before was true. Dismember him. Dismember him. In an instant, everyone's angry voices could be heard. Qin Xiaotian's standing figure unconsciously staggered backward. It's over. It's all over. That Wang Qianqian was really Lin Xian's bait. It's really her. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. Qin Xiaotian's face was hideous as he laughed maniacally. What? Young Master Qin, are you still pretending? Are you trying to say that the person in this video isn't you? That she just looks like you? Lin Xian looked at him mockingly. Why don't I invite her here? Lin Xian said coldly. He felt better in his heart. In an instant, everyone surrounded Qin Xiaotian. The experts of the three major forces, Qin Feng took the lead to block Qin Xiaotian. Give up resisting, you'll pay the price for what you've done. Qin Feng looked at Qin Xiaotian and suppressed his anger. Kill him. Kill him. Kill him. All of this instantly enraged the people. Qin Xiaotian knew that everything was over. He didn't expect them to plan this so early. Lin Xian. Qin Xiaotian clenched his fists tightly and glared at Lin Xian. His eyes were bloodshot and his face was hideous. Don't laugh too early. You've ruined me, Qin Xiaotian. I'll skin you and your sister alive. No, before that, I'll ravage your sister to death in front of you. Ha ha ha. After saying that, he crushed a bead in his hand and disappeared on the spot. Chapter 476. Qin Xiaotian's mask had been torn off by Lin Xian. From the shock and anger on everyone's faces, it was clear that they were furious. This was also what Lin Xian wanted. What he wanted wasn't just to punish and judge Qin Xiaotian. He also didn't want to simply make an announcement and tell the world about Qin Xiaotian's actions. He wanted to personally unveil Qin Xiaotian's hypocritical mask in front of the world and let everyone witness the process with their own eyes, not just knowing the result. Qin Xiaotian, that bastard, ran away. He actually has a spatial spiritual item. Quick, chase him. We can't let this scum continue to harm us. Miao Xiao Miao and the rest looked at Lin Xian. For a moment, they really didn't know what to say. They really didn't know that Lin Xian and Lin Ye had such an experience. Lin Xian. He ran away. Miao Xiao Miao looked at Lin Xian, then bit her lips and said, It's okay, he can't run away. Lin Xian smirked. Lin Xian was actually similar to Qin Xiaotian when it came to doing things. He wouldn't do things if he wasn't 100% sure. To be precise, he would, but it depended on what he was doing. He would assume all possibilities, so he had already assumed that with Qin Xiaotian's shrewdness and vigilance, he would definitely leave a backup plan for himself. Usually, the backup plan would be a spatial spiritual item. It wasn't easy to get a spatial spiritual item, but he was Qin Xiaotian, and the Qin family was still one of the top families in Tianhua City. Today, the Qin family would definitely be implicated. It might be difficult to find out if the rest of the Qin family were in cahoots with Qin Xiaotian or if they were related to the evil fiend Hall, but even if they weren't, the Qin family would definitely fall. It was just like the 8-deer milk powder. Your reputation would be ruined, and the game would be over. Ah! Seeing Lin Xian's confidence and the smirk on his face, they were all stunned. Just as the crowd was about to riot, a light flashed, and Qin Xiaotian once again appeared in the seat he was originally sitting in. Qin Xiaotian looked around, and he was completely dumbfounded and in despair. How is that possible? Why did I come back? Why? Qin Xiaotian roared in despair and helplessness. Ah! Why? I want all of you dead. When he saw himself appear here again, he already knew his end. A terrifying cold energy burst out. However, at the moment when the cold energy burst out, Qin Feng made a move and controlled it. At the same time, he withdrew the cold energy. Qin Xiaotian was sealed by a force. This force was a dark element cage released by a strong cultivator. It had an extremely powerful imprisoning ability. Why did he come back? Everyone was puzzled. Lin Xian smiled. That's because a friend is helping me. Spatial spirit tools were indeed powerful, but could they be more powerful than Linglong Shui, who was at the Great Void stage? Qin Xiaotian, who was in the dark cage, spat out a mouthful of blood and fainted. It was probably due to anger or desperation. Many people threw whatever they could throw at him. Although they couldn't penetrate the dark cage, it seemed that this would relieve their anger a little. They were really angry. A proud son of the heavens, a gentleman, was actually the worst person in the world. When they found out about this and saw Qin Xiaotian imprisoned, it was as if the world was at peace. Xiao Runing and the others unconsciously moved closer to Lin Xian. They didn't say much and didn't ask much. At this moment, Qin Feng walked in front of Lin Xian and patted him on the shoulder. As for Qin Xiaotian, he'll be imprisoned in the trial union for the time being. The results of the trial are expected to be announced in 2 days. Of course, before that, or during the trial, you'll have some authority. Lin Xian nodded. Qin Feng looked at Zhang Tian and patted him on the shoulder. You too. Zhang Tian couldn't help but cry silently. Xiao. Zhang Tian seemed to see his sister's innocent smile in front of his eyes. With her back facing him, she turned her head and smiled sweetly at him. Somewhat relieved, she said, "Thank you, big brother." Then, she turned around and walked further and further away. Lin Xian patted Zhang Tian on the shoulder. It's over. It's over. Zhang Tian wiped his tears and nodded. Yes, it's over. At this moment, a terrifying aura suddenly oppressed the entire gymnasium. Everyone revealed a shocked expression. These students didn't even dare to move. They couldn't even open their mouths to speak. They were completely suppressed by the aura. What? The ones who could feel this aura the most clearly were naturally Qin Feng and the others. Is it the heavenly venerable realm? Qin Feng frowned. Although he was strong, he was still far from the heavenly venerable realm. If he faced a heavenly venerable realm expert, he wouldn't be able to defeat them. At this realm, the difference of 1 star was already unimaginable. A woman in a red dress with a veil over her face appeared on the stage. Under her deterrence, only the domain realm Qin Feng and a few others could resist. The other powerhouses of the 3 major powers were like these students. What is the meaning of this? Lin Xian frowned. What was going on? Could something have gone wrong? Qin Feng looked at the woman in the red dress standing beside Qin Xiaotian and said, "I'll protect this person. You can't stop me." The woman swept her gaze over everyone domineeringly. Don't you know what he's done? Do you want to become enemies with the 3 major powers and the entire world? The woman chuckled. Hasn't the evil fiend Hall already become enemies with the 3 major powers and the entire world? Hearing her words, everyone was shocked. She was actually a member of the evil fiend Hall. Then he won't have a good ending. Even if you're a heavenly venerable, it won't be easy for you to take him away in front of us domain realm experts. Qin Feng's aura suddenly erupted. The woman coldly swept her gaze over everyone. You can try if you don't want these tens of thousands of people to die with you. When she finished speaking, Qin Feng and the others fell silent. That's right, they were afraid. Admittedly, Qin Xiaotian was very important, but it was absolutely impossible for these tens of thousands of people to die with him. As for heavenly venerable powerhouses, they might have a way to protect themselves, but she could easily kill these tens of thousands of people. You're King going to die with me. Lin Xian felt the pressure on him suddenly disappear, and then he pointed at her and couldn't help but curse angrily. The woman coldly glanced at Lin Xian, anger appearing in her eyes. King Stinky? CKU. It had to be said that although Lin Xian's words were fragrant, everyone felt that his cursing was too satisfying. But, wasn't he courting death? Chapter 477. Lin Xian was truly furious. Did this woman think that the evil fiend temple was invincible? Did she think that she was invincible? Was she trying to act cool in front of everyone? Did she think that taking Qin Xiaotian away was something to be proud of? Did she think that going against the entire world was something to be proud of? What made Lin Xian even angrier was that she was probably Qin Xiaotian's backer. She must have been the one behind the evil fiend temple's assassination attempts. This woman didn't care about Qin Xiaotian's life or death, but Lin Xian wasn't dead. Her mission had failed, and she hadn't fulfilled her promise. She had saved Qin Xiaotian, so she was here. You're courting death. The woman in red was enraged, and a terrifying power surged toward Lin Xian. Watch out! Qin Feng, who was closest to Lin Xian, rushed over, but he was pushed away by another wave of power from the woman. Lin Xian, Ling Ying, Miao Xiao Miao, and Wang Xintong, who were closest to him, rushed in front of Lin Xian. Xiao Runing and Han Chuxue also moved, but they weren't fast enough. Just as the red light was about to hit the three women in front of Lin Xian, it suddenly disappeared and reappeared behind the woman. Boom! She had hit herself with her own power, and she spat out a mouthful of blood. What? When the woman in red regained her senses, she revealed a shocked expression. Then, she saw a woman in a white dress appear beside Lin Xian. That was Linglong Shui. She didn't like to appear in this kind of situation, but she had to appear. She just wore a veil. Lin Xian breathed a sigh of relief, but he looked at Ling Ying and the others in front of him, and he was very touched. At the most critical moment, the three of them had chosen to stand in front of him. Even Xiao Runing and Han Chuxue had moved. It was just that they weren't as fast as them. How could this be? Lin Xian had mixed feelings. Xiao Linglong. Seeing Linglong Shui beside him, Lin Xian felt relieved. Linglong Shui looked at the woman in the red dress with her beautiful eyes. She slowly raised her hand and slapped her across the air. Pa! The crisp sound of a slap actually came from the red-dressed woman's face. She spun a few times in the air before landing on the ground. Everyone was shocked. That was the Empyrean realm. The white-dressed woman's palm strike had actually sent her flying like she was trampling on an ant. This white-dressed woman's strength was even more terrifying. If you don't scram in 3 breaths, die. Linglong Shui's words were even more domineering. The woman clenched her fists and disappeared on the spot. Thank you, senior. When the aura disappeared, everyone heaved a sigh of relief. Qin Feng hurriedly bowed. Linglong Shui glanced at Lin Xian and then disappeared. Everyone was truly overwhelmed with shock today. After experiencing such a huge melon, he actually lingered on the line between life and death for an instant, and saw a heavenly venerate, and even saw an existence that could trample on a heavenly venerate. What the F***CK? Since when did Tianhua City become a place where such powerhouses gathered? Moreover, they suddenly thought of something. The white-dressed woman who appeared later couldn't have been found by Lin Xian, right? Otherwise, of course, that might not be the case. This white-dressed woman might also be on the side of justice, which was why she saved the lives of Lin Xian and the others. However, Linglong Shui did not kill that person. That was because she had her own way of doing things. She would not kill people who had nothing to do with her, especially humans. However, this kind of thing could not be said for sure. Are you all right? Lin Xian then hurriedly looked at Ling Ying and the others in front of him. I'm fine. They shook their little heads. What about you? Xiao Runing touched Lin Xian's arm or something. I'm fine. Qin Feng then said, Everyone, disperse. Everyone from the trial union, I'll have to trouble you to imprison Qin Xiaotian first. With the deterrence of that senior just now, I believe that the people from the evil fiend temple will not dare to attack us again. Okay. Then, many people specially looked at Lin Xian a few times before Qin Xiaotian was taken away. Yi Yi and Lu Yufan hurriedly ran over from their seats in the crowd and stood beside Lin Xian as if standing beside him was enough. Qin Feng walked over and looked at Lin Xian. Do you know that woman from before? Lin Xian shook his head. I don't know her. He didn't really want to talk about this. Okay, you guys go back and rest first. The Qianwu conference has just ended and something like this has happened. Be careful. I will send people to guard your residences for the next 2 days, just in case. Thank you, Uncle Qin. It's a small matter. Xintong, you should rest more for the next 2 days. I will inform you of what happens next. Okay. Then, everyone dispersed. Qin Feng knew that Qin Xiaotian had returned because of the woman in the white dress, and there was a high possibility that she knew Lin Xian. In addition, Lin Xian did indeed have a lot of very powerful martial skills, as well as never-before-seen spiritual weapons. Qin Feng felt that the possibility of the two of them being related was even higher. But he didn't say anything. Since Lin Xian didn't want to say anything, he wouldn't ask. The top priority in Lin Xian's heart was finally resolved, but he also seemed to know something. Evil Fiend Temple. Now, he and the Evil Fiend Temple should be officially irreconcilable. The woman in the red dress seemed to have a high status in the Evil Fiend Temple, but she probably wouldn't dare to make a move in a short period of time because she was intimidated by Ling Long Shui. However, she would definitely make a move. This was a very big hidden danger. Moreover, it was an extremely dangerous hidden danger, many times more dangerous than Qin Xiaotian. Qin Xiaotian was only relying on her power, but she could use her own power. Hurry up and go back to rest. Although this matter has been resolved perfectly, there is still the Evil Fiend Temple in the dark. The three great forces will definitely increase their patrols and investigations. However, you all have to be careful. Lin Xian, I'll go to your house tomorrow. Rest well today. Xiao Runing looked at everyone and said. Lin Xian nodded. Miss Xiao, I'll have to trouble you to send Fan Fan, Tong Tong, and Yi off. Lin Xian said. No problem. Then. Lin Xian, you rest well. Lu Yufan said charmingly. Actually, there was no need to rest. It was supposed to be a time to celebrate, but because of the appearance of the woman in the red dress, everyone was on guard. Lin Xian was glad that he had Ling Long Shui. He was really glad. This girl didn't sleep with him for nothing. However, it was still worth celebrating. However, it was fine as long as Lin Xian knew this. Evil Fiend Temple. Little Chuxue, you should go back too. Han Chuxue nodded slightly. Lin Xian really felt that he didn't know this group of girls for nothing. At that juncture, other than Yi and Lu Yufan who were far away, the rest had to help him block. It was really heaven-defying for a man to be able to live like this, but Lin Xian really felt that he wasn't a man. However, he knew that Ling Long Shui was here, so Lin Xian wasn't afraid or worried that something would happen to them. However, he was worried that in the future, if they still made the same choice and Ling Long Shui wasn't here, what would they do? Chapter 478. Although Lin Xian was very touched, he really hoped that it would be him instead of anyone else, especially Ling Ying and the others, who would help him block the attack. Perhaps at that time, Ling Ying and Lin Xian felt the same way too. They did not wish to see Lin Xian get hurt, they would rather it be themselves. But in reality, this was not a good thing. If it happened again, Lin Xian and Lin Xian would take the blame for them. They did take the blame, but if something really happened, the one who would be heartbroken would be the person he protected for a lifetime. Anyway, Lin Xian did not want to do anything else. He wanted to go home, take a shower, have a good meal to celebrate, and then have sex with Ling Ying. That's right. Let's go back too. Lin Xian looked at Ling Ying and said. The fact that they were living together was not a secret. Of course, it was not a secret among their friends, but outsiders still did not know. Then I'll go back too. I'll go see Sister Chanxian. Miao Xiaomiao said to Lin Xian. Go. Also, help me say a word of thanks to Sister Chanxian. Lin Xian said. Got it. Bye. Miao Xiaomiao also left reluctantly. Miss Xiao. Lin Xian called out to Xiao Runing. What? Xiao Runing looked at Lin Xian in surprise. Then, she saw Lin Xian's sly smile and immediately understood something. Miss Xiao, I got first place in the Qianwu tournament. Lin Xian grinned. I know. You're great. Xiao Runing then quickly left with Lu Yufan and Yi. Seeing Xiao Runing running away, Lin Xian could not help but laugh in his heart. Come, let's go home as well. I reckon we'll have to spend quite a bit of time explaining things to little fairy. Lin Xian looked at Ling Ying and said. Since this matter was related to Linya must be very strange. On that night 3 years ago, Lin Xian was already dead, but Lin Xian, who was far away on Earth, came over. Therefore, he was not hospitalized. There were no signs of injury. At most, there was some blood. However, when Linya woke up, she did not know anything. Therefore, Lin Xian knew that Linya was very curious. She must be eager to know about this matter. Although Linya didn't call Lin Xian believed that Linya should be on her way home now. On the way home, Lin Xian and Ling Ying walked side by side. They didn't take a car and just walked home. It wasn't too far. Why didn't you tell me more about these things? Ling Ying said quietly. Lin Xian smiled and said, "There's no need for that. It's fine as long as I know it. Fortunately, the heavens blessed you 3 years ago." Ling Ying also felt lucky. Without Lin Xian, they might not have been able to live, let alone be together. Blessed? Lin Xian didn't know. Maybe it was because that was the first time Qin Xiaotian made a move. He wasn't very mature and didn't kill Linya. Lin Xian died, which corresponded to Linya's heart dying. However, the other world's Lin Xian came. Perhaps the heavens really did bless them. I don't know. Ling Ying shook her head and asked, "What's the matter?" Regarding Qin Xiaotian, when the time comes, you and Zhang Tian will have the right to punish him. He will definitely die. However, what's the deal with Sister Lin Ya's physique that you mentioned? Lin Xian said, his martial skill can not only seize the power of the ice attribute, but it can also seize the ice attribute's special physique for his own use. Ling Ying slightly muttered, "I've heard of special physiques before. I also know a few people with special physiques. Did Sister Lin Ya have an ice attribute physique before?" Lin Xian nodded. "That's right, an ice attribute physique. Didn't you notice that little fairy has no attribute?" Hearing Lin Xian's words, Ling Ying finally realized. That's right. She really has no attribute. Little fairy's ice attribute physique should be at the top of the entire continent. Her physique can double her cold power. You can imagine how strong it is. At the same level, her cold power can double the opponent's. That's basically a one-sided battle. Back then, Qin Xiaotian seized Little Fairy's physique. However, that special physique didn't belong to him. He did become a genius at controlling ice overnight, but in the end, he couldn't unleash the true strength of this physique. Then can it be taken back? Ling Ying hurriedly asked. This was also what Lin Xian was very concerned about. It should be possible. Since it can be taken away, it can be taken back. However, I still don't understand what a special physique is. Is it just some kind of power or something? A physique should be a special physique, right? But if it's a special physique, why would it be taken away? So it shouldn't be. Lin Xian didn't know much about physiques. He felt that perhaps he could ask Ling Long Shui. She definitely knew. Let's go back first. I'll go back and cook a feast. Ling Ying said faintly. No, give me a slap first. Slap your sister. Scram. Ling Ying rolled his eyes at Lin Xian in annoyance, then quickened his pace. And today, Tianhua City was in an uproar. It was precisely because of Qin Xiaotian's matter that the topic was, did you watch the live broadcast? Do you know that B** starred Qin Xiaotian? As for the Qin family, they had directly become the target of public criticism. The Qin family's company, villa, and so on had all been thrown trash by various people. There were even people who splashed feces on them. Everyone was blaming the Qin family for raising such a scum. Humanity was in a critical moment, and everyone should be united against a common enemy. Qin Xiaotian's actions and the people from the Evil Fiend Hall had come to save him. Everyone knew about his relationship with the Evil Fiend Hall, so they naturally hated him. What they hated the most was that before this, he had been set up as a gentleman in everyone's eyes, but in reality, he was a hypocritical mask. Everyone was really grateful to Lin Xian for helping them catch such a scum, but at the same time, they also felt sad for Lin Xian. After all, he was someone who had been tortured by Qin Xiaotian, but fortunately, he was fine now. Perhaps they were even more impressed. 3 years, 3 years, 3 years of enduring and investigating thoroughly. In the end, they had finally caught him, and at the same time, they had become so strong. Of course, the Qin family had repeatedly denied that they had anything to do with the Evil Fiend Hall. They had repeatedly emphasized that they did not know about Qin Xiaotian's matters, but the world had maintained a skeptical attitude. They probably did not believe that the son of a large family was such a person. Could he really become like this without the guidance of any family? Unfortunately, there was no evidence. When they returned home, just as Lin Xian had expected, Linya had returned home. Little Xian. Seeing Lin Xian and Ling Ying return, Linya hurriedly stood up from the sofa and walked over. Her eyes were filled with doubt. Lin Xian smiled, then lightly patted Linya's shoulder. I know little fairy has a lot of questions. Let's talk while we eat, okay? No, if you don't tell me now, I won't have the stomach to eat. Linya shook her head and said seriously. Chapter 479. Lin Xian helplessly explained everything to Linya. Of course, he couldn't tell her the truth, but he could at least let Linya understand. But why don't I remember anything? Linya only remembered that when she woke up, Lin Xian had blood at the corner of his mouth. She asked him what happened, but Lin Xian brushed her off. Later, when they went to the hospital for a checkup, they found that he was fine, so she didn't think too much about it. She didn't even know when people came to her house or what happened. That memory was gone. It's not that you don't remember, you don't have any memory of it at all. You fainted. Then you... Maybe I'm a guy, so I can hold on for a while, so I know a little. Linya bit her red lips slightly. I'm sorry, I didn't know that you were still. Linya thought that Lin Xian was doing pretty well, except for the fact that he didn't have a system at that time. But she really didn't know about these things. She really didn't know that Lin Xian was running around every day for this. Lin Xian pulled Linya's small hand and said gently, Don't say sorry to me, you didn't do anything wrong. Plus, this is what I should do. Linya felt very guilty. Ling Ying didn't interrupt their conversation, and quietly returned to his room to chat with Han Chushue on the phone. It's fine now, I'm thinking if I can get your special body back. No need, it's fine now. Linya really didn't want to trouble Lin Xian. Silly, you're afraid of troubling me? Then who else in this world wouldn't you be afraid of troubling me? Lin Xian's words touched Linya's heart. Okay, I'm hungry. I've been fighting outside for a whole 24 hours, and I've eaten all the biscuits you made for me. I want to eat the feast you made now. Lin Xian gently pinched Linya's pink cheeks and smiled. Okay, I'll make it for you. Wait. Lin Xian then held her pretty face and kissed her on the lips. Ding. Kissing a non-girlfriend big sister is considered a scumbag behavior. Scumbag value plus 500,000. Linya quickly pushed Lin Xian away and guiltily looked at Ling Ying's room. Luckily, she closed the door. Hee. Lin Xian snickered. How exciting. I'm going to cook. Linya combed her bangs in a panic and ran away with a red face. Lin Xian revealed a smile. If this kind of life was just like this, without the threats of the outside world, without anything, really, how great would that be? But that was just wishful thinking. He thought that after dealing with Qin Xiaotian, Lin Xian would only have Zhao Mengyue, who was hiding in the dark, and now the evil fiend shrine. However, even without the scene on the stage, Lin Xian had already formed a grudge with the evil fiend shrine. It could be seen that the evil fiend shrine wanted to protect Qin Xiaotian. Even if he didn't insult that person, bringing Qin Xiaotian to justice was still an offense. So it was nothing. Huff. Lin Xian let out a long sigh. Evil fiend shrine. The evil fiend shrine must be hidden very deeply. Otherwise, how could the evil fiend shrine still exist under the pressure of the three major forces? But the evil fiend shrine must be in a corner of a human city. Lin Xian realized that he had to make himself stronger. No, he had the urge to give himself a big force. Once, Lin Xian said that he didn't want to join any forces, nor did he want to have any forces. But his plans couldn't keep up with the changes. Relying on his own strength, he really wasn't enough. Not at all. Even if he had the strength, it still wasn't enough. He needed a force. He really needed a force now, a force that he could use, and not just join the three major forces to gain their protection. That wasn't enough. He needed a force of his own that would listen to everything he said and be loyal to him. In short, this force could protect everyone around him without any complaints or regrets. But it was as difficult as ascending to the heavens. But Lin Xian really felt that there was a chance. At least, if he could do it, Bing Lingyue, Linglong Shui, and Linglong Yu, these three super experts, would be the strongest in his force. Of course, the premise was that he had to get all of them first. Since Lin Xian had this idea, he needed a chance to put it into action. Today, other than the explosive news of Qin Xiaotian, there was another one, and that was Linglong Shui. At that time, everyone was watching the live broadcast. Of course, they saw the woman in the red dress from the evil fiend temple. Simply put, she could easily take Qin Xiaotian away or easily kill the tens of thousands of Tianhua Academy students in the Tianhua Academy Stadium. No matter what the situation was, no one wanted to see it happen. But at that time, everyone was in despair. Even the people watching the live broadcast were in despair. They felt that even if the woman in the red dress didn't kill the tens of thousands of people, Lin Xian, who had insulted her, would die. Lin Xian's confidants would also die, and Qin Xiaotian would definitely be taken away. This was also something that they didn't want to see. But at that moment, Linglong Shui appeared. She was like a savior at that critical moment. Dressed in a white dress, she was like a fairy. She had a noble aura, and her every movement had an air of elegance about her. She had defeated a heavenly venerable realm expert with just a raise of her hand, instantly winning over everyone. For a moment, she was called a fairy sister by the world. Really, at that moment, she really looked like a fairy sister. Luckily, she was wearing a veil. Otherwise, she wouldn't be able to go out and have fun. Finished chatting? Ling Ying walked out of the room and glanced at Lin Xian. Yeah. Is Sister Lin Ye cooking? I'll go help. You rest. Ling Ying then hurried over. Lin Xian then walked into his room. He took out his phone and dialed Linglong Shui's number. What's the matter? Linglong Shui's emotionless and slightly cold voice came from the phone. Nothing much. I just wanted to thank you. Then, Linglong Yu's voice came from the other end. Saying thank you is so hypocritical. Where's the gift? I don't want anything else. Just take out that treasure that can increase the power of space. Lin Xian. All right, I'll give it to you. Lin Xian was really grateful to Linglong Shui. Without her, Qin Xiaotian would have escaped. Without her, even if they couldn't escape, Ling Ying and the rest would have died. No. Linglong Shui rejected. Alu. That's that. I helped you because I still owe you a favor. You increased my space attribute to the large success stage. What I've repaid you is not enough. As for you, it has nothing to do with me. Lin Xian chuckled. Little Linglong was really interesting. She was thinking about the sun. Sister, I've already agreed. I've already agreed. Linglong Yu was in despair. She didn't need to serve Lin Xian for 7 days. Woo woo woo. You're tuning in to the Narrate and Escape YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe and join us on this journey to catch the most captivating stories.